Yeah.
Oh, you heard him say it live somewhere?
Nah, I guess he was at Sonetta's. Hey, peep this. This is what the argument was about.
What?
Hold on, let me give it to you in context.
Live too. I'm letting you know we live.
African ruler.
That's fine.
He's a small man in his larger mother's lap. And then another thing that made me think that was really strange is he was sitting, once again, at a 90-degree angle. He was sitting upright, like he was sitting on the throne.
That's fine.
He's a small, really private home. He even has a footrest that a king would have at the bottom. I said to myself, this image is saying something quite different.
Somebody YouTube on.
But it's saying something actually very profound. It's saying that that he can only reach his divine potential through an African woman, through his mother. Now, sometimes when I say that, people say, well, okay, you believe that? Prove it. That his mother is the throne. Actually, very profound. It's saying that his mother is the throne. Actually, very profound. It's saying that his mother is the throne. That he can only reach his divine potential through an African woman, through his mother. Now, sometimes when
How was that, yo?
That's some esoteric, what's it called? Ancient Egyptian philosophies, esoteric version of whatever. That's that number 3, man. That's where you can slide that in the back door.
Oh man. Hey, what's up, Eric Ismail? What's good? What's up, Bob Rich? What's up with you, Black African Power? Peace up. I can't even read your name, yo. You got a lot in that name. That's a whole lot in that name, bro.
The BBO.
Is that it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's West African.
Damn, you West African for real. Continental African for real. Man, big up. Peace up, man. Peace up. Black African Power, man. I know it's late tonight, but you know, y'all, I'm gonna wait till it fill up a little bit. Got 11 people here, 11,000, right? We're just gonna have a good conversation, man. What's good, brother Sean? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Just doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Like my name say, cherish, study, avoid the dance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, keep it rocking. Keep it rocking. Yeah, pseudo killer on deck, man. Pseudo killer on deck. I'm biased. What's good, man? Pseudo killer on deck.
You dig? And yeah, I went live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had played my Hebrew Israelite video, Banging on You.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was funny. Hey, yo, Julanda, Mika, Sheffrin, a couple of people was watching it. Just in case they didn't believe I really was going at your damn neck. I came at you harder than I thought. God damn, I was on your neck.
You was on my neck. You was on your own neck, boo, killing yourself. Shit.
Man, I had all that pseudo information down packed, man. What you talking?
Rocking. Ashley Young, what's good, man? Black African Power. Omar Reed, what's up with you, man? What it do? What it do? Yeah, we gonna, you know what I mean? I made sure I wanted to go live tonight, though. Yeah, give y'all some good entertainment with some good information. Basically, I'm gonna let it pile up just a little bit, you know, see if we can go from here, man. Boy, how y'all brothers' day going, though?
Chilling, man.
Okay. Yeah, it's real. It's getting real treacherous in these YouTube streets. Yeah, it's getting real treacherous, yo. We got, you know, friends flip-flopping on each other, you know what I'm saying? What I will say is through it all, I'm gonna stay a real black atheist through it all. So, you know, I gotta go where my conscience take me. And I gotta go where reality takes me. So I can't allow nobody, that's nobody. Not my mother, not my father, not my sister, not my brother, not nobody, right? To knock me out of reality, man. You know, so if you allow people to knock you out of reality, they'll try to bully you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bully the goddamn bully. I'm not gonna let nobody bully me. You know, we dealing with information. We keep it sound, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. So I'm feeling like I'm at the OK Corral around here. We in Dodge City. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm up for it all night, every day. So it's gonna be what's gonna be. Now I haven't looked at Chief X. What the hell is Chief X at, man? Them last two videos was jamming. He had two real good videos. These last two videos the brother had were kind of good. You know what I'm saying? And you probably saying, well, damn, cause he's supporting what you saying, that's not even it. Is that the shit is crystal clear, right? And if something is crystal clear and it makes sense, then it makes sense. All right. So, you know, we got to rock with the thing that make the most sense. Ain't no need to playing with it. It makes sense, it makes sense, man. So that video he did today, right? He was talking about the elders. Okay. And we done been through this road before. All right. I think the reality of this is this. We got people, and you know, I don't keep names out. You know, we got people like Saul Netta. It's his business, you know, to keep a good debate going. You know, I signed up for that. All right. So we ain't gonna act like it all of a sudden because some people coming at you that,
Yeah,
you know,
we got your signature, so you can't deny that.
want to change it. You say what?
You said, yeah, we got your signature. So yep, you did sign up.
Yeah, I signed up for that. All day. I signed up for that smoke, like them youngers be saying. Because I'm a gunfighter and I'm an intellectual gunfighter, right? And my joints stay smoking. You know what I mean? You know, 8 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. So a lot of people can't handle Sarnetta. They can't handle what he do and how he do it. He's the best at doing it. He's the best at putting two ideas together. And sometimes get way out of control because you can't really tell, you know, what's really, right? So I just need people to just pay close attention and just listen to what I say, listen to what the brothers in them say, to get the understanding of it, because Sarnetta gonna play his role, right? We got other people that, you know, I was basically just firing a warning shot. You know how you just put your feelers out there, pow, you know what I'm saying? Just to see what would come back. And so what I seen that came back, y'all, was kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly, and I call it Egyptomania. Okay? Whereas though we actually got people playing dress up Egyptians. You know what I mean? And I find that to be very interesting.
Why you call it dress up Egyptians though?
The same way the Hebrews dress up. They playing dress up. And you know, you really got a right to play dress up if you so want to.
Yeah, but why you call it playing dress up?
Because they dressing up, nigga. They not, that's not real. The Egyptians been dead.
What you mean? What you mean? There is no
2,000 years ago, they ain't no, come on, yo.
Yeah, there is no past or future. There's only now, like you said.
Oh wow. You must have got it out that video. Hey, Chef, you ain't got that link? I know you got that link, boy.
I Googled it. He was right.
What was right?
I Googled what he said. He was right.
Man, shut up, man. You stupid, man. Anyway, yeah, Chef, and I sent you the link, bro. Shout out to Chef, man. Appreciate your loyalty, man, your support, yo. That's just real, man. I see your size was good. Stock One, what's up with you? Black Line Supreme, you know it. Jolanda, what's up with you? How you feeling? Bob Strong, JD, what it do? Gullah, I see you, Gullah. What's up with you? So the point I'm making here is that I never expected anything to be fair. You know how people say, well, that's not fair. No, I never expected it. When it comes to banging on people, religion, they God, right? When it comes to living this life in reality, you should never expect it to be fair, yo. So I ain't signed up for it to be fair neither. I got enough sense, you know, for myself to make it fair for me. Because I'm gonna protect the shield. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect this damn shield. And you can understand that. Because this shield right here means that no matter what friend you got, no matter what type of loyalties you got, when they start going left and start being spooked out, never let them stop you from telling the truth. That's what that shield mean to me. Never let them force you, never let them fake you out, never let your friends stop you from telling the truth. Because I didn't sign up for that. I'm gonna protect the damn shield. You can understand what this means. This means that no matter what situation we in, we're gonna ball till the wheels fall off. That's what it means. We're gonna use all our tools to our advantage. We're gonna stay grounded and rooted in reality. Because that's what the shield means. Good scholarship, top-notch sources, references, go hard in the paint. Because I see you. So the natives are getting very restless. Talk. People getting a little scary. Talk. Trying to push a theme of, yeah, it's the elders. It's the elders. I know what the elderly is. I'm an African American. And in America, you give respect to those who give you respect. Don't matter how old you are. We're going to respect each other, right? And if we're engaged in conversations or if we're teaching something, right, it don't matter how old you are, you can get that work. Now, we're not going to cuss you out. We ain't cussing nobody out like that. We're not just walking up on people cussing them out. It's not what we do right here, right? So I always expect a good conversation, right? And I always expect the religious to start to squirming. Always expect that. So don't y'all worry. Don't y'all get dismayed. We ain't going nowhere. Man, got a serious team, pseudo killers. Got the Marcy Clan Warriors. Shashu Mani Metanecha. Dagger Squad. MBK. Where we going at? We ain't going nowhere. Everybody is starting to really understand what reality is. This situation we're going through right here, going to make us even closer. Because we see you. We see the religions amongst us that don't want to tell the truth. As African Americans, as a 52-year-old, man, I just want the truth, man. I understand everybody got a right to do what they want to do, but I want the truth. So since we've been putting that pressure, right, on the Egyptomania, now everybody's starting to change their tune a little bit. Y'all gotta listen close. Well, we never said that we was really doing what the ancient Egyptians was doing. We trying to put it together, we had that right. That's all I was trying to get y'all to say from the beginning. Put that pressure on you. You want to add something to that, Brother Sean?
Sure. First, I just want to say Black African Power to the chat and ETM Hotel to the family. I agree with what you said. Nobody signed up for that. The goal was to get the truth out. I do want to elaborate real quick on something, and you tell me if this is right up the alley. This is an intellectual vocation It's translated by Alan Gall, and it's a late Egyptian in the miscellaneous section. It says, and I'm just going to read the English version because if I start in a different direction, people won't catch it. But it says, cherish, study, avoid the dance. So you'll become an excellent official. Do not yearn after outdoor pleasures, hunting and fishing. Shun boomerang throwing and the chase. Write diligently by day, recite at night. Let your friends be the papyrus roll and the scribal palette. Such work is sweeter than wine. So, and it continues. Indeed, writing for one who knows it is far better than all other professions, pleasanter than bread and beer, more delightful than clothes and perfume ornaments, more precious than a legacy in Egypt, than a tomb in the West. So that's coming out of your Papyrus Lansing. If you want to catch that 20th dynasty, you can look that up. It's in the British Museum. I think it's like cataloged at 9994. The reason that I said what I said was because, you know, that was the goal, to represent that avenue or that lane of intellectual vocations and to advance scholarship. So if the Remich look toward that way, then they basically left that legacy behind. I'm only saying that to say that you mentioned earlier that we do have people playing dress up. That I agree with, but I feel like over time people have left the door open, the back door open for them to escape out of when the gunners run in the front door asking for the information. And because of the escape route, that back door, they have been able to get away with hiding behind all of their rhetoric when it begins to be properly critiqued. We could do it in a respectful manner. That's cool. But due to the recent climate of things like that, I think this, I don't like the direction. I really don't like the pacifists and the people that's holding the door open for them to escape. But it's all good.
That's the fact. You want to add something to that, Unbiased?
He had to go get his food. So he got to eat at 12 o'clock.
Okay, so you're right. And I hear exactly what you're saying. In this moment that we're going through, a lot of friendships are going to be tested. Man, I've been through this before.
Jeffrey on the panel, yo.
Let me get him in. It's my man, my be more careful around this joint, man. Let me get some real dudes up in here, man. I'm telling the dudes. Pseudo Killer on deck.
What's
Brother
up, fellas?
Shepard,
What's
how
up
you
with
doing?
y'all?
It's good. Just getting this nice, easy build in, man.
That's what's up.
How you doing, bro? I don't know if you heard found the conversation so far.
Yeah, I'm listening. You go ahead, finish.
So yeah, a lot of friendships going to be tested over some make-believe stuff, and I just can't get it. And so what it shows is that there are people amongst us that will take advantage of you and what you believe. So like, for instance, right? We'll hear brother Jabari say, I'm a spiritual man, and he's an atheist. So now, call myself the real black atheist, right? I practice real black atheism, any kind of way you want to put it. But I put a twist on it, real black atheism. Man, my favorite color is black. Jabari is a spiritual man, and he wear all white. So remember, when our ancestors were over here and they was colonized, right? Jesus wore white. The angels wore white. Remember how I go to the dictionary, it's real simple, where white is pure, godly, and black is evil, dark, dingy. Angel food cake is white, right? Devil food cake is black. So we already got this image, right, of blackness and whiteness that was, given to us, passed on through the genes, right? Period, coming from the transcontinental slave trade. Like, that's what it is. Like, don't nobody want to be jet black. Everybody want to be light skinned. We old enough to remember those days and those rules. Still playing those rules. Like beauty, the beauty is the light skin. You know what I'm saying? Like white is beauty, purity, right? So people take advantage of that and they know what they're doing. They're not going to tell you that the Egyptians wore white when they was burning your ass. I'm going to tell you that. You feel me? Like you wore white to a funeral. I can show you a funeral procession. Hey, Sean, you got any funeral processions? What's that one, that funeral procession? I'm thinking to describe Annie, right?
You said the funeral procession?
Yeah, ain't that the one where you see the mummy standing up and the guy kept trying to say that the daggone sarcophagus had a penis? He was just tripping. Remember that?
Oh, you talking about Men? The one with the shows the one with the penis, the hard penis. That's
No. It's actually a sarcophagus and it's standing up. And then you got the women playing the music. It's a funeral procession.
Yeah.
And they all got white on. If you look at Annie, he walking. If you also look at Annie, the judgment scene, what color he got on?
White.
Right? If you look at certain juju ceremonies, the slaves, when they was going to funerals, they had on white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the white wasn't the slick thing like that in certain African societies. So I make the point that people are actually taking advantage of you being raised up in an environment where you was told that God should be your reality, right? And most of us think that we've gotten away from it, and we really haven't. You want to add something to that, Sheriff? I want to talk, you know what I mean? I want to hug the mic because I can catch that flavor. You want to add something?
Oh yeah, you go back to people. I always got something to say about that eldership part. You know, it's almost like a real elder ain't gonna jump in the middle of a fight between young people.
Right.
Because he's not physically able. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when you see a person, look, if you step in the street, you can get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a reason why females don't pose to get aggressive with men, because they're not physically able to deal with us. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
The moment you jump out there and hit a man like a man, you leave yourself open to whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's boundaries, even in age. Right. Older men don't supposed to get on that basketball court with teenagers. You feel me? Right. Like, once you jump out there, you can't tell a young dude, yo, you can't dunk. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I'm older. Nah, you know what I mean? Go play with people your age then. You feel me? When these young dudes is on this court, yeah, I mean, when you get out here, you're gonna be subjected to everything that everybody else is subjected to. Mm-hmm. So what I'm basically saying is these older guys, these elders, you dig what I'm saying? They speaking in a way where they want confrontation, and then they hiding behind eldership. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, okay, I expect young Pharaoh and them to scream people working for the government and stuff like that. You feel me?
Right.
When you start saying that, then you basically saying you want confrontation. Mm-hmm. You know how older people sometimes, and I'm gonna say that they men first off. Mm-hmm. Let's take elder out of it, right? Mm-hmm. Men go through a certain level of confrontation. That's just how we interact with each other, right?
Correct.
Sometimes an old warrior got to be shown you past that age. You feel me? Like they can really feel like sometimes I can take these young niggas. You feel me? And that's what I feel like a lot of these older dudes really out here doing. Like they feel like, yo, I can take, I'm not saying physically, I'm saying intellectually. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel like, yo, I can take them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So when a younger dude push back at you, you know what I mean? You can't hide behind eldership because you really testing your hand. You really want to see where you still at. See if you still got it. And sometimes young dudes got to show them, nah, you ain't got it. You feel me? So like when I look at it and they screaming, you know, COINTELPRO and, you know, all of that, you really trying to see it. You really, you know what I mean? You trying to see your hand. You trying to see if you got it. And then everybody trying to protect them. Like they elder, but they not acting like an elder. You dig what I'm saying? This old nigga really trying to get his thing off. You feel me? So I mean, that's just how I look at it, yo. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it.
No, you're actually hitting it just right on the head, man. Where you at, Q? I don't know why Q ain't here. Let me see, get everybody in here, man. Get the pseudo killers on deck. My real atheist brothers up in this piece, man.
But then, and another thing, how long do I let the old dude smack me in the back of my head before I say something? You feel me? Like, how long do I supposed to ignore that? Like, you know, what hit? I mean, which one do I gotta say, yo, that one really hurt? Or now he really throwing book? You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo. Like, it gotta stop at some point, yo. You know what I mean?
You know what? This is an intellectual game, so you can be in it as long as your mind is strong, right? It's not based off your physicality. So we're not fighting. We just killing, we kicking info and knowledge, right? And the key to this game is to stay upgraded. So like I'm 52, so I'm not gonna let nobody smack me in the back of my head with words. You feeling me? Like I'm not going for that. Like I'm not letting Sanjetti, you know, tell me that I can cuss or can't cuss. Dude, I'm grown. I got 5 kids, 3 in college, 2 in their second year, grades good and swell. I can post them, right? So I'm not with that, right? My mother and father raised me right. I didn't come in the conscious community for people to start to try to raise me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like my mother taught me how to treat older people. I'm gonna help the old lady across the street. I'm ignore an older guy. If we're talking about physical confrontation, I will ignore him, right? I'm gonna get away from that. But this thing we built right here, this thing of ours, right? Where it's references and sources and science and shit get updated year to year. Man, this is our thing we built right here, man. Am I to allow, right, that last generation, you know what I'm saying, to continue to control the hearts and minds of the people? I'm supposed to call it out when I see that. Jabari, he right at that. Jabari's supposed to be able to handle this. That's why I start to think, well, maybe it's a cult. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can't be questioned and you act like people are attacking you, then I just got to really question that. You know, Haru, man, look, man, I got screenshots. Man, Haru is fine, man. Baba Haru is fine. Then he like throwing shots like everybody, and he gets it all the way in. I can show y'all. Talking shit, he hit me with why I made the video, right, on our Dagger Squad, and he posted a post. It was slick, though. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, it was slick. So he's not, you know, Jabari, he's a master of speech and turning the tables real easy. And the pious, he's like a pious monk. It's a pious monk, right? Man, listen, man. Jabari, man, this nigga is good at what he do. Baba Haru, man, he nice with that shit, man. Y'all missing the whole thing. Like, I'm enjoying this because I know I'm picking them apart. You know what I'm saying? I'm making them come out with what it really is.
Chief waiting.
But they fighting, and I'm telling you they fighting. Y'all just got to know the style they fighting. And so Jabari, he fight the pious soft style. That's what he do. He use your religious mind against you. He know that white is considered to be pure amongst Europeans. He know that black, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be ignorant and loud and just, you know what I'm saying, devilish. He know that. So he hit you with the, I'm a spiritual man. So as soon as he say he a spiritual man, that means one, he don't lie. Two, he's definitely telling the truth, right? And whatever he say, you gotta listen to it because it's some power behind what he gonna give you. See? Now that real black atheist, we've been taught if you don't believe in God, then you don't have a moral code. That's why he set it up. It was the left hook at me. Watch this. I'm a spiritual man. He an atheist. Right? Then he throw the shot at Dr. Mayat. Well, you know, kind of Dr. Mayat, kind of, you know, she attacked me, but I ain't really mad at her. But he said it though. She attacked me, but it ain't really her. It's so now he's trying to divide the team. Right? I see you. But you only can get the religious minds though. You can only get the religious that actually watch us. Only religious can get got by that. The people who are fighting for scientific literacy will say, let me just see what it really is. Let me see. I don't have yes men around me. We got Sheffrin. He's not a fucking yes man. He wouldn't be up here. You got Sean. He's not a yes man. He wouldn't fucking be up here. Fucking King Q. We didn't argue over atheism. Social media argued over all that shit. They not yes men. I'm biased is not a yes man. He get on my goddamn nerves all the way with that shit. But they not just trying to agree, right? So they can sit back and just watch it. Let me see what's really going on. Let me see. So what I'm doing now is I'm showing you that I've already adjusted to the way they fighting. And I'm just letting y'all know how they fight. So when I show the screenshots of Baba Haru going all the way in, y'all won't be surprised. But you gotta know if you got faked out by it, that means you still got that religious up in you. You still got the residue of the God up in you. You still really think that maybe kind of sort of there's some kind of extra power that human beings can generate and stop this oppression. I'm not thinking, we might die and go somewhere. You still got that there. Hey, Chief X, how you doing, brother? I'm letting you know, brother, them last two videos, like I said, that's been crystal clear, straight banging, and not because you agree with me on said subjects, but I mean, just last week you called me up all hysterical. Oh, you gotta stop it. You gotta stop it. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying, you just been on our side. It ain't like that because you cussed me out last week. But what's going on, Chief?
What's that? Can you hear me pretty good?
Loud and clear, Chief X.
Well, I'm coming in kind of late, so I didn't hear what you said from the beginning. But is there something you wanted me to touch on?
No, I'm just letting you in, babe. You know, I'm letting you know the people who can't get shell shocked, you know what I mean, based off of what our ancestors passed on, which was God and all that nonsense, that you can see shit for what it is. Most people can't see that Jabari and them is really doing a good job. They throwing blows. They just fight different.
Right. And it's a lot of it's a lot of shaming going on.
Yeah,
I'm going to shame you and create a fake narrative that you're disrespecting the elders and you're being disrespectful. So I'm going to shame you so you can stop correcting us. I'm going to shame you so you can just be quiet and not tell the truth. That's what it really is all about.
Oh, you killed him with that.
Yeah, can I add on to that right there real quick? That's precisely what I wanted to say almost.
Yeah,
is that
on deck, baby. You know you can.
No doubt. Unapologetic, absolutely. And see what we've done in our community is we set up these sacred cows in the form of elders to where they're not even trying to learn anything past what they've already learned. And that's cool. I understand that. But at the same time, We can't set up the sacred cow and just say we're going to roll with everything that they're continuing to teach, even though it's outdated and or it's wrong. We can't do that anymore. We just can't do that. We have to move on with the times. When we look into West Africa and say, okay, well, how did West Africa get sacked, and how do we get into slavery? Well, guess what? If we had firepower to fight their firepower, we wouldn't have blacks selling blacks for guns and rum and all of this other kind of garbage, because we would have had it already. But they don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? And it's cool. I understand they don't think like that, but we cannot continue to set up secret cows that we can't talk about this person or talk about that person. There's a difference between being respectful and just saying, hey, this is just not right anymore.
But here's the thing. It's the psychology behind it. Like, let me just use Minister Inky, for example. One time, Minister Inky has his programs talking about detox, 40-day fast, detox, such and such and such. So one day we had a discussion about detox, and I proved to him detoxes are kind of a myth and a scam. You know, your kidneys and your liver is your detox program. And he admitted and said, you know what, you're right. I just learned that such and such and such. But then he continues right after that conversation to keep teaching about detox. So what it is psychologically, a lot of people have agendas. So if I have an agenda, I'm going to be less likely to change because I'm pushing this agenda. And if I change, this agenda won't go through. So if I stop talking about detoxes and doing this and this and that, I'm not going to make the money that I'm trying to make. I'm not going to get the people that's been on my side all these years. So I'm not going to change. I'm going to just stay stuck right here and continue pushing this, whether it's falsehood or not. People have agendas, and that's why they don't change. What's your agenda?
Well, see, it's not only agenda; it's also that they're afraid of being wrong. Like that's like think about it. You know, I was once upon a time I was a fake Black Hebrew Israelite, and there was certain things that I just would not watch, I would not read, or I would not even attempt to discover, because I knew if something was in there and it changed my mind, then I would then have to do what? I would also have to change. So during a period of about 2 years, I stayed a fake Black Hebrew Israelite because I knew if I looked into these certain things, it would change me. And guess what happened? As soon as I looked into these certain things, guess what it did? It changed me. And you know what I did subsequently? I changed as well. But this is a lot of times what's going on. You know, we call them pseudo this, that, and the third, but me personally, just speaking for myself, I call them pseudo because of what they teach and what their failure to go and look at. There's a failure, and we have to understand that. Go ahead.
I think it might be you though, yo, for real. I think you know that you have a mind that can be persuaded by evidence. You know what I mean? These people can read the evidence, learn it, and still they scammers. You feel me? Is a difference. You feel me? Like, yo, once that truth get in your mind, it's nothing you can do about it. Somebody, I got some feedback.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's nothing you can do about it. So when you in a religion and you say, yo, I'm not gonna look over there, yo, that's honestly knowing that, yo, information actually changes my mind. You feel me? But a scammer can read all of the correct information and still go along with their program because, like Chief X said, they got an agenda in the first place. So you feel me?
Hey, peace to the channel, peace to the channel.
What's good, man? How you doing, brother?
Everything good, man. Look, from an outsider looking in, right? I know y'all got things that go on in the background that the people the outside ain't really privy to. So, you know what I'm saying? So our judgment may not be on point because we don't really know the full scope of everything going on. So, but a lot of things I'm seeing though.
Your eyes not lying. Your eyes is not lying to you.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of things I see going on, right? And even going up to the debate, right? And I'm glad you and Sajedi pieced that out because I'm like, man, I don't want to see y'all go down that road. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we on that road though. Hold on. Let's get this straight. We on that road.
Y'all on that road. See, that's us.
Because I'm not turning back to my destiny, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, it's like when this debate's over, right?
No, what I'm saying is that's my little bro, right? And you know, like I had a cousin, he dead now, right? It's my man. And you know, I used to always give him drugs and shit. It was about 30 years ago. And he'd fuck it up. And he'd always convince me, yo. He'd fuck it up. So one time, I'll never forget, it was the day before his sister wedding, right? And I remember it like it was yesterday. And he came to me like the night before and said, yo, give me a house, yo. It was like, come on, yo. Nah, yo. And I'm thinking in my head, man, he gonna fuck up this time. I said, but this nigga know he can't miss that wedding, so he gonna give me my bread. This nigga took that shit and ain't come back, right? So the nigga came to the wedding right on schedule. And I banged him in his motherfucking mouth right in the kitchen in front of all the women. Everybody was crying, what y'all doing? I beat that nigga up, right? Had to, right? But you know what I learned from that though? Man, that's my cousin. I love that nigga, man. I just can't mess with him with drugs. I can't, we can go to the movies, we can hang out, you know what I mean? We can, you know, I could give him money, you feel me? He could give me money, we could do all kind of family shit. But when it came to mess with that life, I can't do it with him. And I stuck by that from that point on. I think I was about maybe 25. I stuck by that. Like, so maybe, you know, me and Sajedi, maybe we can't do this thing together like that. Maybe we just be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like we just got, that's my man. I love that nigga to death, yo. Like seriously, it's my man, yo. But maybe we can't. You know, we might not be able to work that out. So y'all don't be surprised with that. I'm just keeping it real. We might not be able to work
y'all
that
gonna work it out.
Okay.
Be Amin Rock Squad, and he gonna be Amin Rock Squad. Y'all gonna work it out.
Yeah, okay, we might, but I'm saying you lofty with it. I'm trying to tell you that I don't believe that shit. Listen to me. All right. And I'm not being disrespectful. I respect his beliefs. Right? Like for him, I respect his beliefs for him. They mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like my clock don't get to moving. All I see is floating. That's all I see. I don't see reality in that situation. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to accept that, right? He's not willing to accept that, right? So who knows? We coexisted this long for 10 years, 8 years, right? But now we got other pieces in it just pushing the buttons. That's my point. It ain't just me and him now, it's other pieces. Oh well, you know, we in the what they call it, that shit they in, man. The frat, that's my frat brother. I don't know if Unc know it or not. He was playing this card. Dude, you see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna hide mine. I'm not gonna hide my hand. I'm not for the old in private thing. I'm not cussing nobody, yo. I'm just saying, hey man, that's a good ass play, Jabari. Man, I like the way you playing your hand, yo.
Yeah, but hey, I've been in that same situation with the cousin. But it's like, look though, it feels like even after the debate, it's like no matter who wins, it's like everybody gonna lose. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be a pure victory, no matter. Now with the debate coming up now with Jabari and Garfield, I think the division is gonna ripple after the debate. It's not gonna quell it. It's only gonna light the fire. You know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to be that. Hey, CK, hit me in the inbox real quick. So, but all right, let's do this. We've been down this road before. We've been down this road with Sadie and them. Remember that road we've been down? So we had to separate ourselves so people could see what legitimate was and those who was faking. Like, you know where I'm from. If you in the game, you in the game, right? If you 80 blind cripple crazy, you can get it if you're in the game.
For sure.
So, you know, Seti done been in the game. Seti been in the game a long time. Sorry, Ross Stupid Seti. Been in the game for a long time, man. He let the youngster get in his head and take over. You know what I'm saying? He took him out of reality, and maybe the youngster didn't take him out of reality. Maybe that's as far as he could go with it anyway. Like he said, I told y'all niggas, not believe in God, but not the creator. Like, what are you talking? It's the same thing, dude. He wasn't ready for the science. He thinks that science is the white man's science. So, man, I had to step up. Wasn't nobody gonna step to Seti like I was gonna step to him. Then nobody have enough influence, enough like moxie to just step to that nigga. Trust me with that. I had to do it, and it might have split the community, but I think we're in a better place. So now we at that time again. Either you're gonna be spooked out flying through the air, right? Keep it solid, right? Be spiritual, whatever you're gonna be. Keep it to your damn self. Don't try to make me that. Respect me for me, right? Let's have a working definition for what spirituality is. We don't have to accept your definition, do we? Can our spirituality be food, clothing, and shelter, and protection of that? Making for that next generation move up and move forward, right? To be able to handle the onslaught, right? Like that onslaught we could not handle that came through West Africa. I mean, the truth is we just wasn't prepared for it. We just wasn't. We wasn't prepared for that. And see, that's not a knock, it's not a shot, but that lets you know it's levels to this thing right here, man. We've been in the belly of the beast, man, for over 400 years, man. We know what it is. We done tried everything. We done threw all kind of spells and rays and all that. What we realize is, man, being in reality. That's the title of the joint, man. The magic never worked. Like it wasn't no magic trick when I'm walking down the street in Baltimore, Maryland, and 3 niggas run up on me, right? And they don't even try to rob me. They just try to kill me. Didn't no magic save me from that when I could smell that gunpowder being shot at point blank range. Magic didn't save me, right? It didn't save me. Once I realized that I wasn't fatally wounded, meaning when I got shot at point blank range, it hit me in my neck, I could smell the gunpowder. But what I didn't do, I didn't panic. I calmed my little self down. And I took my ass to the nearest gas station, right down there off of North Parkway. I'll never forget it. Ricestown, North Parkway, that gas station on the corner, that Exxon. I knocked on the motherfucking door. It wasn't the door, it was the booth then, right? The lady eyes got this motherfucking big because I had on this baby blue hoodie. And the shit was covered in blood. And she just looked at me. And I was like, look, I don't know if these niggas coming back. Just let me in. I had to talk her into that shit. She was scared for her fucking life. Went in there and I sat down, right? And I just cooled out. And the ambulance came. They looked crazy as fuck when they seen me, right? Blase, you know what I'm saying? I made it through, right? They still trying to figure out how the hell you get shot in the neck right here, come out right there, and don't, sever no major arteries, none of that shit. The doctor was saying, we just don't, I mean, you just a lucky ass dude. We don't know. But it wasn't magic, man. It was what it was. Because I could have panicked and bled the hell out. People do it all the time. They get to running, they heart get to pumping, and they bleed out. So in that moment, I had to dig inside myself. I could not feed into the trauma I just went through. I had to calm it down, lower my blood pressure. I had to do that. No one did that for me. Man, I spent 15 years strung out on drugs and crack houses, shooting galleys, right? Going to rehabs, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I had the luxury of being around niggas with money. That's the worst time to have a habit when everybody got money. So I could always fall, get my shit together, niggas got me. You know what I'm saying?
It was magic. It was magic. Dr. York was looking out for you. He knew you was coming to be a new WAPian, so he wanted to make sure you was all right.
I wasn't even messing. I didn't even know.
Nah. It wasn't Dr. York. It was Phil Valentine. You lying.
I mean, I guess the point I'm really trying to show everybody is that when I made my mind up to stop using drugs, right, is when I made my mind up to stay in reality. That's my point I want to make. When I decided to accept life on life terms, like, dude, like, I'm fading away at this motherfucker right now. Like, I can't live the rest of my life. I gotta make a choice. The whole family prayed over me, threw holy water on me, all that shit for years. But when I decided to look at reality, and when I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself and I analyzed myself from a realistic standpoint of view, I was like, damn, I'm fucked up, man. I might not make it. I'm fucked up. Excuse my language. And that's when I snapped into reality. I say that to say that us right now, right? Been over here for 400, 500 years plus right now. Most of us not living in reality, man. The best gift I can give people, right, and everybody on the panel is that I think everybody on this panel have accepted who they are. All their faults,
Facts.
all their strong points,
Facts.
all their weak points. Wait, you ready to say something, X? Somebody said something?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was me. I was just saying facts. Like, that's 100%. Yeah, I was just saying facts.
Right. And it's not that we hate black people or we hate God. Like, that's a little shot my man threw at me. I'm hurt. I don't know. I wasn't hurt by no damn. I felt fucking shitty, like stupid, like damn, I went for the okie doke. I never was really a religious person. Like, I never thought a person could die and come back to life. I never thought they could walk on water. Right. I just didn't understand. I was like, man, I just don't understand. And I kept working at it till I was able to put myself around brothers and sisters like y'all. I just kept working at it. So maybe, you know, I know my job. I can't speak for what y'all job is. My job, when they say wake up, aren't they really meaning live in reality? In X, the video you did today was a taste of reality. Like, man, what is an elder for real? Like my grandfather in the community, right? He laid bricks for a lot of people in that area. They respected him. Man, he was an elder to that community.
Sure was. Sure was. My granddaddy. Everybody knew my granddaddy. So, you know, I got a lot of my moral compass, my work ethic, you know, do's and don'ts. Even my street smarts from my granddaddy and examples of my daddy going to work. Those were like I was saying, in reality, in real life, my grandpa, my father's my elder. In a social media world, or you know, whatever have you, or your little social cliques and your intellectual cliques, you may want to. Somebody else may be you may call somebody your elder, you know. But in reality, you know, my granddaddy was my elder.
And you know, if I could say this, man, that's very interesting because I caught that video, Chief X, and you know that was a good video, and you know I gleaned a lot from that. But I think, you know, the better video was the one you made before that a few days ago because I was listening to that on my way to work when you was talking about the fake beef between the West Africans and the East Africans and things like that. I was like, damn, like. That shit was real as hell.
Yeah, it was real.
That was real as hell. Yeah, that one right there. I was like, man, that's real as hell. And just to touch on the one you just made about the other elders, it's like me personally, you know, I didn't have a father, you know, my uncles was locked up and all of that type of shit. So I didn't have no elders. So I can understand how people come into the conscious community and they make these people their elders. So I can understand how it works. For me, it never worked like that because I was always skeptical about niggas, period. When I say niggas, I mean people. You know what I'm saying? So I was always skeptical. So I can understand how when you looking at your father, how you say that he worked for the post office for like 40, 50 years and your grandfather, this, that, and the third. I really didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those Negroes who was kind of just tossed into life, and I had to kind of, you know, get it how I live and find my way. You know what I'm saying? So I understood your point of view because there are brothers out there like that who did have mothers, did have fathers, did have that family, versus a brother like me who didn't necessarily have it.
Right.
So I understood where you was going with that, and why a person with that background should look at these people as their elders. But when you get on to social media and these people are just elevated just because they're older, It's like, nah, you're not my elder. You're just a brother who's older, and I'm gonna respect you because you're older. But that doesn't mean that you should be able to rabbit punch me, kidney punch me, and I'm just supposed to just take whatever you're giving me. Like, nah, I'm not one of those brothers who subscribes to that.
Facts.
I'm just not one of those guys. Now, will I respect you? Of course, 100%, for the simple fact that I was raised to respect my elders. But when it comes to disseminating information, I'm going to challenge you on that. Because as Unc said earlier, when he was going down the line of the brothers that's on this line that's not yes men, I'm definitely not a yes man. I fell out with brothers who I was mad cool with because I'm not a yes man. I'm not cool with brothers today because I'm not a yes man. And this is kind of like what's sad when it comes to our community is that we can't even talk about things to say, okay, well, I disagree with that. Okay, you disagree with, okay, cool. And then move forward. You can't even do that because Negroes, they hold things so close to their heart to where the things they hold close to is that they're not willing to change. And that is a bit of a problem because my life, the way how I operate, I'm willing to change. Once new information is introduced, I have to change. That's something that I don't know where I got it from, whether it was my mother or my father. I don't know where I got it from because I
You're a
didn't
truth
live.
seeker.
Yeah, I didn't live a long time in my life with my mother and my father. My mother died when I was 10 years old. My father, I never met him, never seen him a day in my life, just know him from pictures. So I didn't grow up with, you know what I'm saying, this instillment of seeking truth or none of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a truth seeker because I chose to be a truth seeker. So when I fall out with people, it's because if I feel a certain way and I see something that's clearly true, and if especially if it's demonstrable that it's true, then that's just what it is. But I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, a lot of thing too. Now I'm getting is the argument from the if you don't believe in God, anti-African. Like they wearing me out on an anti-African.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm worn out on that, bro. Like I'm about to snap out. You know what I'm saying? Like
what God do you have to believe in? What God? What God do you have to? It's so many dang on gods. God.
You know, how can you
No,
be
we're talking
atheist?
about Africa, yo. We're talking about Africa. Which God do you have to believe? It's so many. Which one? Which do they want us to pick one?
Hey, I'm about to
So you know
out.
what you have is you have two kinds of people. You have truth seekers and you have faith seekers. Like when I first came into consciousness, I actually was looking for another faith. I was looking to fit into some group or some organization. The Nation of Islam, the Moors, the Hebrews. And after a while I said, fuck it, why am I trying to fit in? I'm a truth seeker.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've been a lone ranger ever since. Not a faith seeker.
Nah, you've been doing your thing. Sean, you're a funny guy with that one. That was a joke of the day right there, yo. Which God?
No, yeah, which God, yo? What y'all want me to do?
My God, your God. Is it the God that guards the bank or the God that guards the universe? Which one?
Let me ask y'all this question because this is a question that many people ask who are of the religious mindset. And like the brother Sosa said, you know, he's kind of wore out about it. And I am too, but I also have a defense for it. But they ask this question. They say, well, can you name me one African culture that had an atheist mindset? You know what I'm saying? What are the normal responses that you guys give? There's a few, but what are the responses that you guys give to that? Because that's their go-to question. There's no African culture with atheism that, you know.
I tell them Shaka Zulu lined all the priests up and cut their heads off and told them that your God should have saved you when he came to power.
I always said there's free thinkers in every society and every culture. You know what I mean? Nobody all believes the same. Yeah. Even Christians today, all Christians don't believe the same. Some things they believe, some things they don't believe. Even in ancient Egypt, in every culture, it was people probably sitting back side eyeing, the spiritual people, like, oh, they crazy. But it's not
Chief
written about.
Chief
It's
X,
not written about.
to what you
Hold
just
on one
said though, I was basically saying to what you just said about in ancient Egypt. Yeah, because they could be worshiping a like for instance the Hyksos. They had when they were in the area, they had their own gods in the area, but the Remich accepted them. But that don't mean that everybody around them was worshiping the gods of the Hyksos. They had their own deities already, so they were just like, ah, whatever, we got our own.
Yeah, but see, the problem with the ancient world, they was completely spooked out. So they wanted to appease all the gods. You feel you know what I mean? They was like a nigga who scared of Allah, scared of Jesus, scared of Buddha. You feel me? They think, yo, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. So that's why they accept it. Like when in the ancient world, they showed like if you went to a foreign land, you made sacrifices to the gods of those lands. They believed in local gods, like is crazy. You know what I mean? So I think theirs was more along that line. But I think that Africans can evolve mentally. So I don't have to look back at a specific African civilization. You know what I mean? The point that I can say, yo, with new information, I can change. I can be better than ancient people when it comes to understanding the nature of reality. They didn't have science that we have. So it'd be crazy to have to piggyback ourselves onto trying to say that an African civilization, you know what I mean, was atheist. I don't think none of them was. You feel me?
When you look at the ancient people, like I don't think you could put it on all of them like that, because like whenever it came down to trade, they'll switch religion in a heartbeat.
Right.
If the trade was right, so that shows you that maybe they might have not been hung up on it as much, because why would you just give it up for trade? Like if
because you got to eat.
To you,
because you
got it up for nothing.
No, that's
but if
because
it meant that much to you, but listen though, but if it meant that much to you, ain't no price. It's priceless. You can't put a price on it. So the fact that he would say, you know what? All right, Islam, all right, that's cool. This trade is good. Like whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that serious to me, so I'll flip. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know it is. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it that way sometimes.
I got it. So let's work around that. Let's talk around that point. Let's talk to that point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give y'all a good book. All right. And I got it out of the Wikipedia article, The History of Atheism. I suggest y'all read that. I think it was me and you, Q. We was debating back and forth of it, right? Remember that?
Nah, don't enlighten me.
When I was talking about, it was either you, I was talking about Buddhism is also, they kind of call it atheistic too, because ain't no God in that. Was that me and you having that comment?
No, that was me and you.
Yeah, that was me, you, Q. It was a couple of us, remember?
I probably was on that stream, but I don't think it was me per se.
Yeah, because you were saying, yo, you ain't a real atheist. You try to act like I wasn't a real atheist.
No, I still say that. Don't get it twisted. I still say that.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy, yo. Look,
no, we differ in our atheism, but it's cool though. You know, I ain't tripping.
I just like to give respect to it, from where my ancestors come from. No superstitious type of thing, but I like where I come from. And I try to give them a pass, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I like where I come from. That don't mean I believe that shit, but I understand, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to atheism, right? It talks about classical.
Hold on, what's the name and what's the author of that book?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. Hold on. It's Encyclopedia Wikipedia, right? And then I'm gonna get you the book. I'm gonna show you the source.
Okay.
You gotta get the source. The source is fire all the way. Let me put this in the chat room for y'all, right? Let me show you how I get in. All right. First of all, read the damn article. right? You should take you a good month to work through the article and pull the pieces together and see where we're coming from. So it says, in Western classical antiquity, theism was the fundamental belief that supported the legitimacy of the state. Okay?
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't see the link to what you're reading from.
I put it right in the chat room. I mean,
no, you put the Zoom link in there.
Oh shit! Nah, did I?
Yeah.
Yep.
I sure did. Yeah, we got some non-believers in the chat, man. Y'all can pop on, man. Jump to the conversation, man. Because we all gotta grow. I mean, and it's lonely out there, yo. Like the conscious community don't even really fuck with us. They really and that's the part that's really funny to me. Like, wait a minute, y'all supposed to be woke to realize that religion crazy, right? But yet y'all still religious, but banging on other people's religion. So basically what you're saying is you can see the twig in somebody else's eye, but you can't see the log in your own. My, oh my. My mother used to say, my, oh my. My, oh my, man. Let them Christians be Christians, man. Why would you bang? Oh, because, it's African centered. That's why it's better. You sound like them. That don't make it better. You know what I'm saying? The thing that make it strong, though, is that you accepting the culture and you like practicing your ancestors' culture. That's what make it strong. That's what make it. Not that the God is better, but the cultural understanding you get, right, is supposed to be contained into that God. Last time I checked, humans make up God. So you got human beings infusing their culture into it. How better way to learn about African culture? Do the deities. You study the deities, you study the information behind that, and it gives you a glimpse into the culture. All right, let me put that in there real quick.
Yeah, while you doing it, man, I do got to give you some props. Because,
Let's see, KN.
You said something one day, and
Dude, you be talking too much.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But let me say this though.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Nah, you good, bro. Now I want to get a brother props because he said something one day about a particular book, and I don't think he illustrated it properly. But I finally found the book. It's called Your Inner Fish by Neil Schubin, and I purchased it, and I finally found this goddamn book. And yeah, and I'm gonna check this book out because this is the guy that actually was instrumental in finding Tiktaalik. So
hey, dug it up, yeah, in the cliff.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna check this out.
Oh, it's over with.
He was saying it, but I don't know. Maybe at the time he didn't know the name of the book or whatever it was.
I said I'm wrong. Thought it said the inner fish. Shit.
Yeah, you probably said something else, but I just happened to come across it, and I was like, "Oh, this is what he was talking about."
The fire.
So,
Hey, Ankh, I want to ask you and Sean a question.
Well, let me hold on. Before you ask the question, can I read the link I was reading? Then you can ask the question, or you want to ask the question? How you want to do it?
Yo, this link crazy.
Is that it? Is that the right link?
Yeah, this link crazy. Yo, you just dang.
Oh, you reading it?
The pygmies, certain pygmy tribes was considered atheists.
Yeah, they just had what they had was the forest. You know what I'm saying? Like that was you get it like
they got their medicine and their food and everything out of the forest, so they revered the forest.
Yeah,
you feel me? But they didn't have no spirits, no gods, no totems. You feel me? Yeah. Nothing identifiable with religion.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, crazy, right? So watch this. So let me hit this real quick and make sure Chief get a chance to answer his question, right? Because you got the best videos of the week there, bro. You got to get top billing. So right here in Western, everybody got it now, right?
Yeah.
So in Western classical antiquity, theism was the fundamental belief that supported the legitimacy of the state. Okay, later the Roman Empire. Okay, say historically, any person who did not believe in any deity supported by the state was fair game, and accusations of atheism a capital crime. So at this stage, it's a goddamn capital crime. They was killing you or enslaving you or putting your ass out. Right? It say the political reasons Socrates. Now I read the trial of Socrates. It was off the chain. Socrates in Athenia in 399 BC was accused of being an atheist, refusing to acknowledge the gods recognized by the state. So you know what Socrates was doing. He was just traveling around and he was learning a lot of shit, right? Traveled to Africa, traveled to Babylonia, right? And he got some real good. He started getting a better picture of the real world, right? It said Christians in Rome were also considered subversive to the state religion and persecuted as atheists. Thus, the charge of atheism, meaning the subversion of religion, were often used similarly to charges of heresy and piety. So that's what Jabari was trying to invoke. You know, like, I'm pious. Seriously, when he say I'm a spiritual man, meaning he gonna tell you the truth. I'm telling you, right? It say as a political tool to eliminate their enemies. So I'm an enemy. Us non-believers are an enemy, right, to what they're trying to promote. Y'all gotta know this, right? Enemy to the conscious community because they really don't want to be in reality. They really don't. They want some kind of help, like your uncle is all powerful, like some kind of force field. Think about how the conscious community is. They don't watch this. They bang on other people for their own religion. Let me stop. Chief, you were going to ask you questions.
Okay.
I'll pick that back up. Go ahead.
Black Lion Supreme said, no children come into this world believing in a God that is learned behavior. And that is true. Every baby born is born an atheist until somebody gets in their head. Mm-hmm. But anyway, my question is, this is to Ankh and Sean, and I don't know if it's a little off topic, but I just want to know the mindset of what people's answer to this question is. How do you guys think that the Haitians beat the French in the French Revolution? Would you say voodoo or would you say planning and weapons?
Second part.
I would say both.
More so the second part. But they did conjure up.
Huh? I would say I would say the voodoo helped them organize themselves together and put them on one mind. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't mean the spells and shit. That's dumb. I mean, I'm saying that we know based off understanding our natural world that none of that really has burned on it. But them actually getting together in camaraderie, you know what I mean, doing something together on a regular basis, right? It gets you in sync with everybody around, like a good football team, right? You practice together all the time, you play well together. If you have practice, but if you get in sync, right? That's what I'm saying. So the religion they was practicing, brought them together. It allowed them to work out certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was valuable what they was doing. But you could do the same thing in a goddamn good ass meeting too, right? Being very structured in what you're doing. It's the same type of thing. So I don't mean when people hear voodoo, they thinking religious, right? When I'm hearing it, I'm understanding what it really was to them. You know what I'm saying? It was they thing it was the glue that held them together because they was on one page. So that's why the Christians whip your ass too, right? Because they came together. They came together, you know what I'm saying? And they took Africa based off the Christianity. Same thing with the Muslims. They had technology and science, right? And the Allah thing, kept them on one thinking, but the same way. So, as non-believers and real black atheists, whatever y'all want to be, we got to get on one page, one mind, and put things together. Because that's all it really is, working together. You want to say something, Sheffield?
Oh, no. All right. So I think the elephant in the room was said earlier when you said defining what religion and spirituality is. I have a problem with both words, but to your point, Chief, yes, I'm with the second part of your point, but I also agree that the unification of that cultural understanding and that traditional practice united them in a way that what you would call a leader would lead them into battle under an ancestral practice or tradition that would ultimately help them conquer, people who were, well equipped to cause destruction. But that guerrilla warfare style tactic and just the belief in one another and just owning up to what they could do, ultimately won that for them. But they paying for it today, which is bad. But
it ain't over, you're right. It ain't over.
right, it ain't over. They paying for it. They fought for their freedom, and then next thing you know, sanctions is slapped on them, and it's crazy. But I don't like the word religion per se, because I just think that when you infuse that word into African cultures and traditions, you mix everything up, and we got a goal as a Masi. We have a goal this year to try to pull people away from such a word, that spirituality and religious word, because those connotations, those definitions, if you look at how they're defined, they have nothing to really do with, some of the traditions and cultures on the continent of Africa that have not been heavily influenced by the Muslims and the Arabs and the missionaries. But real quick, I know you're on your topic. You ready to go? You finna go further into your article?
Yeah.
All right, I'll hold up.
Hey, Sean, you talk just a little bit too much. Nah, I'm just I gotta get you back, but nah, you good.
Yeah, appreciate that, yo. Appreciate that. I kind of wait my turn,
Okay.
By the way, I agree with Shad and Ankh.
Okay. So the title of the book is Tim Whitemarsh, Battle of the Gods, Atheism in the Ancient World, New York.
Hey, CK. CK, is you there? CK is the book finder.
Hello.
CK, can you get that? Can you find that book for us?
Hold on. What's the name of it?
Tim Whitemarsh, Battling the Gods, Atheism in the Ancient World.
What's the author?
Tim Whitemarsh, Battling of the Gods, Atheism in the Ancient World. You can get it on fucking whatchamacallit for $3, man. Get the damn book. Y'all crazy.
Might be able to find it digitally.
CK used to be a blood.
Yeah, man. I be crimp walking and gang banging. Nah. It's my initials, dude.
Okay.
All right, so watch this. So let me go to the next one. Pre-Socratic philosophy, right? Now watch this. This is where it gets real interesting, okay? Y'all all heard me speak on this before. It says the roots of Western philosophy began in the Greek world in the 6th century BCE. The first Hellenic philosophers were not atheists, but they attempted to explain the world in terms of processes of nature instead of by mythological accounts. Thus, lightning was a result of the wind breaking out and parting the clouds. And earthquakes occurred when the earth is considerably altered by heating and cooling. It says the early philosophers often criticized traditional religious notions. What's this? How you say his name?
Xenophanes.
That's how you say it?
Xenophanes.
Xenophanes in the 6th century.
Xenophanes.
Well, you go ahead and read it. God damn.
Nah, go ahead. You got it, man. Xenophanes.
Yep, Xenophanes. In the 6th century, famously said that if cows and horses had hands, 10 horses would draw the form of gods like horses and cows like cows. Y'all get that? Y'all get that? Another philosophy, Aghnagoras, in the 5th century BC, claimed that the sun was a fiery mass larger than the What's this?
Peloponnese. Peloponnese.
Peloponnese?
Peloponnese.
Peloponnese? What is that? Let me see. Hold on. Okay, Peloponnese is a peninsula in geographical region of the southern Greece. It is connected to the central part of the country. I got you. East of Miss Corinth land. Bridge which separated the Gulf of Corinth. It's in the Bible, ain't it? Corinthians.
Yeah, so they was basically saying that the sun was larger than this particular landmass that was in Greece, which they were wrong about, but yeah.
Okay.
I remember when they were saying Socrates was black.
Oh, who said that? Goodness.
They used to say that, though. They used to say that.
Let me finish this line, though. It says, a charge of impiety was brought against him, and he was forced to flee Athens. And so think about this, y'all. Are we not in that same climate?
Yeah, we are. Well, not to that same extent, no.
No. Hold on, bro. I hope you realize that the whole conscious community, when I say the whole conscious community, I don't mean everybody, but the more majority of the conscious community was against vaccines, bro. You got to know that.
They still are.
They still are. So
yeah, I agree.
And what they calling me the police? Inky always calls me the police. The elder called me the police the other night. You know what I'm saying? You know, a nigga don't like to be called the police, right? Like, think about that though. They really don't know what to do with us. I'm just telling y'all, man. Like at a certain point, you got to know when niggas is coming for your head, and they always was. And this is how they try to stop you. This speaks to your point, Chief. Y'all going against the elders. I'll never forget it. We was talking about Kemet don't mean black. It's a place name. I mean, y'all dog and sick and the DI. It's the elder. It's the same thing, y'all. They doing what I'm reading right here. We going through that right now. It's just our life might not be on the line. You might get a religious zealot though. Don't be slipping.
Yes.
Don't be slipping. I ain't slipping.
For real.
They
run up on me, yo. I'm 52, right? I know back in the day, I used to have the best hands in the neighborhood. At least I thought it. You know, I had one of the quickest goddamn hands, right? And I know that, right? But you know what I'm saying? I'm 52. Y'all think I'm fighting? Who fighting? After I got shot the first time, the fighting days was over with, yo. Like, fight? Don't nobody fight, do they?
I'll fight my homies. I ain't fighting nobody else.
Because you challenge the information off you, the police.
The police. Yeah. So anyway, y'all can finish reading this. They talk about atoms and all that, moving atoms in infinite space. So the point is that this is how they became atheists, right? Was teaching, read Diaz's work. He talks about they bringing science that they get from the Egyptians, right? Which is factual, right? So, you know, whenever you start dealing with science and start being realistic and stand in reality, man, they boy, you don't believe, you're not biased. Y'all gotta see it. Go ahead.
If I could add this, when you continue reading, this is you know, on the grand scale, you know, atheists are not being persecuted how they once were. But since we're just talking about the conscious community, when you read this next part, it says this. It says the first fully materialistic philosophy was produced by the atomists Leucippus and Democritus in the 5th century BCE, who attempted to explain the formation and development of the world in terms of chance movements of atoms moving in infinite space. Now, when you talk about, when you read what an atominist was, look at what it says. It says atomism is a natural philosophy proposing that the physical world is composed of fundamental, indivisible components known as atoms. So this flies right in the face of what these religious believers believe when it comes to what God just poofed us out of thin air.
You know, when it comes to quantum physics, though, that, you know, Democritus is labeled as one of the progenitors to the beginning of what we got quantum physics now.
But that's precisely what I'm saying, though.
I know. That's why I was just adding to it. I know I was adding to it. Hey, I got a question too, because I was watching Dr. Ben, right? And I I didn't even look into it deeply, but he was saying like amen at the end of prayers in the Christian prayer had a correlation to the Egyptian god Amun-Ra. Like what is the deal with that one?
It's just wrong.
Where'd the amen come from? Like what is that?
So be it. So be it.
It just so happened to be the same. Like
yeah, it's not the same thing at all. I read that in Joel A. Rogers for Man and Superman. Y'all got that book?
I had that book a long time ago. That was one of my favorite books.
That's my favorite book.
Yeah, I ain't read that one in years. Yeah,
that's my favorite book, yo.
Don't read it yet. Once he read it, he's gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be lit. Yeah, you're right. But they got that, you know, back then that was going circulating though, right? We know Baba Haru, you know, he's probably one of the first persons to talk about the Ankh and how to warm in the pinks and the fouls. I think he's responsible for that. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you know, shoot. And it worked good. See, this is what y'all gotta realize, man. And I see it like night and day, right? You gotta listen, man. Once the young overtake the old, you can't stop it. And when I say old, I don't even mean the person itself. I mean the information they teaching is now old and outdated. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, you can't stop it from being overturned. So no matter how hard they try to fight it, no matter how many people trying to line up, you can't fight it.
Hey, but that's why they continue to say, "Oh, you practicing or believe in Darwinism." But they don't understand that Darwinism was 150 years ago, and he didn't know anything about a molecule, a cell, DNA, any of these things. But they try to conform you to this particular box, in which Darwin didn't know anything about.
Yeah, Darwin didn't know about Darwin.
He didn't know about any of these things, but they want to put you in this particular box. I know exactly what you mean. It's just the information. The information is outdated and it cannot be corrected because it's the word of God.
Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm gonna start a Real Black Atheist book class. What I'm gonna do, because I swear that the battle of gods is serious. So,
I found that book, by the way.
Awesome.
Oh, did you?
I found it digitally.
Hey, the only way y'all can get it, the only way y'all can get that digital book is y'all got to join the MBK whatchamacallit.
I'm putting it up right now.
That shit is awesome.
Yeah, I'm already in it. Yeah, hey, CK hooked that up.
Yeah, CK, you did that.
Where is it?
Damn.
Where is it? Where is it? How can I get it there? How can I get it?
Facebook. Get a little. You gotta tell CK to send you the link. This fly as hell.
Yo, I got like 100 new books on my damn iPad.
All kinds of books in it.
It's fly, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Will y'all see it? CK, I don't think it'll show up.
Probably put it in a private chat
right now.
Put it in a private chat.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, I'm dropping it in the chat right now. You can just click on the link from the.
Oh yeah, much better.
Here you go.
You can create different groups on there, CK.
Oh hell yeah, man! I haven't even done half of what you can do on there, yo.
Yeah,
you got the Discord
because I don't know how to code. So just imagine if I knew how to code, man. That's what I'm trying to get Seneb to get on there. Like I told Seneb, I was like, Seneb, you know how to code. Like, yo, there's nothing that we can't do on here.
Yeah, that's the new wave right there.
Don't have to worry about it getting taken down.
That's some game. That's some game.
Now Facebook be taking people's shit down. The server's not going to get taken down.
It's like space age on there. It's like space age when you get them. Like yo,
you can actually control the community. Like exactly. Man, it's slick, man. That shit all right.
I like that's dope.
You can actually control your community, like the people that you want in there. The information that y'all disseminating, it's like videos, books.
You talking about the Discord, right?
Yeah.
The Discord. I've been on Discord for like 3 years, man. Like, I've been on Discord.
You gotta get on hers though.
Yeah, that shit putting YouTube.
Yeah, but Discord is like a video game community. How I first got introduced to it.
Yeah, she turned it into like a video game / library though.
Yeah, I like that. I'm feeling that.
Out of nowhere. But wait a minute, that book though, right? What I want to tell y'all is that kind of refresh your mind real fast, right? And you gotta understand that based off the fact that we can get up and walk to the Whole Food Market if we're in Harlem, or we can go to McDonald's, wherever the hell we want to eat. Like the ancient world was hard, man. And I don't think we don't have anything to kind of match up with that. Like if your damn food wasn't sitting for you to go grab it out the market and cook. Like that wasn't it. You had to go hunt your food. So you ain't running around hunting 365 days a year. So you can be eating a lot of vegetables and plants and shit, right? Berries and fruits. Think about it. You're not catching large animals. The larger the animal you hunt, you know what I'm saying, the more dangerous it is for you. And in the ancient world, you don't want to get clipped at all. You don't want to catch an injury out there, bro. Ain't like you can go to Sinai Hospital or something, or go get a shot from a vaccine or taking a shot. It's not going down. So it was so hard. And it wasn't a lot that they knew about the natural world. So they always felt like the gods affected everything. So they was always trying to appease the gods, right? It wasn't no written religion like that. You can go to West Africa, it wasn't written, right? Not till monotheism came into play, where it was written down. Now it's a book story type of thing. But before that, the Greeks was like worshiping the gods, and the gods lived within the ecology. They wasn't even supernatural gods. They might have did supernatural things, but they lived in the ecology. They lived on Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is in the ecology. And remember, they mixed back and forth with humans, right? So they were saying it was part of their mythology, right? So that's why I always call, sidebar point, I always call Jesus Christ a demigod, right? What's a demigod? Y'all can look it up. A demigod is a human and a god. So a god impregnates a human. That make your, and their child becomes a demigod. So Osiris and Haru, he a god. He not a demigod because he got a god for a mother and a god for a father, but Jesus got a god for a father, right? And a human mother. So he's a demigod. And they argue you down, but I'm telling you what it is. Back to the ancient world again. It was hard, y'all, hunting and all that, and finding water, clean water supply. Man, it was a hard life. That's why people wasn't living past 25, 30, y'all. It was a hell of a accomplishment, you know, when you made it past 30, y'all. Like right now, it's a hell of an accomplishment if you make it past 72 and 75. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, that's the life expectancy. I think it's maybe 78 for women and maybe 75 for men. But to get there is accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? The lifespan, and I'm sure later on in the future, the lifespan gonna move up to 90, right? Still healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, back then though, come on, man, that's why I'm saying the conscious community is crazy, because vaccine medicine, vaccine science, man, that's cutting edge science right now. And we got a community that's spooked out, right? That literally threw bananas at us for trying to teach that. I'm in a room full of white people, Europeans, the most rude people ever. Where you at, Bias? You sleep? Yeah, he's done. He's drinking his beer, bottled water. Yeah, he's done. He tapped out.
2 o'clock is past his bedtime.
But the point is, I'm in that room, and you couldn't have told me that it wasn't going to be more Black support. My man from Baltimore was there, yo, Truth Ministries. Ain't it Truth Ministries?
Yeah, I heard a fam on the
yo, he was right there, yo. He's like, come on, yo, he's the only one, yo. So I was in hostile territory from the jump, and the conscious community did not support that, yo. They did not, yo. So I'm saying that what I read, yo, we in that environment, man. Our life just ain't on the line. Maybe I'm gonna say maybe.
Yeah, but look at all the people you got going against vaccines. You under all the big personalities: Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, Polite, Divine Prospect, Professor James Smalls. You know what I'm saying?
That's my man.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like all them big personalities, like, man, you can't outweigh that.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
And they can play with that shit if they want to. They see what the fuck going on over there in China.
Oh, did they not see what's going on? And they already mapped out the genome of the coronavirus. They already mapped the genome off already. So the science is already on the case. Chinese already mapped out the genome.
Right? Boy, dope as hell.
Papers has already been published. Y'all can look them up. All right, we're gonna do a show on that maybe tomorrow, right? Give everybody a chance to read up on it. We'll do a show on it tomorrow.
They need to focus on finding a cure for that virus they got over there, bump mapping the genome.
Yeah, y'all definitely need to touch on that.
Hold on, what's he say, y'all?
If that don't wake up the pseudos, I don't know what will with that thing over there in China, man.
There's a current contagion, like an actual outbreak out in China, and there is no cure, there's no vaccine for this shit.
No. Yeah, one dude had it in Seattle that came from over there.
Yes, it's like they already have cases popping up in the U.S.
Yeah, people think it's a
with
joke,
that, oh,
man.
I hate vaccines all you want, until people start getting sick and like there's no cure for it.
Thank you for the CDC, huh?
Yeah, please keep doing y'all job.
They're not gonna look at it like that because we spoiled. We don't see dead bodies on the streets and having to burn piles of bodies. They ain't gonna really take it seriously until it hits home. You know that's the sad truth about it. It's like it's gonna take a Samoan issue over here for everybody to be like, you know what? Maybe we need to take this serious.
It's gonna take bodies to drop, bro. It's gonna take people being buried until we realize, like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? And then once that happens, then Negroes gonna be like, why y'all ain't protect us? Why y'all let this come in here? Hey, yo, they trying to do it, but you Negroes don't want the vaccine if we tried to give it to you.
I be telling people, listen, if your kids ain't vaccinated, don't bring your kids around my kids. I don't be playing no games.
Real.
But it don't matter if your kids are vaccinated, though, right?
Huh?
According to them.
Shit.
No, I'm saying if your kids are vaccinated, I
still don't want them around.
Yeah.
Set that tone. Like, listen.
It's only 93. It's only 93%.
Hey, yeah, man. Peace, man. I'm about to shut it down, man. Appreciate the build, man. I'm about to shut it down. Hey, PCK, I appreciate that book, man. I'm definitely gonna add that to my repertoire.
Yeah, I forgot. What was your name?
Cube. I was the one that said in the Discord, I was the one that said peace and thank you for the book.
Oh yeah, man. Trust me, I have like a shit ton more. I'm just going down the list.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking.
I'm just going down the list and just adding stuff.
Hey, Cube, this is Chief X. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. It's my name on Facebook is OT Cube. QUBE.
Okay, request me. Look up Chief X in the search bar and request me.
Let me go to my joint.
Corey trying to get in,
okay.
Chief X. All right, Chief, I got you, man. Yeah, man. All right, no doubt, man. Y'all be good, man.
All right, peace.
Hey, yo, shoot me an email, yo, so you can get the link, yo. Next time we go live, yo.
Okay. What's your email, huh?
And get with this pimping.
What's going ham on Facebook?
You got me on Facebook, Unc West. Hit me on Facebook. You on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I'm on. Okay, Unc West. Okay, yeah.
You know what we need to do, Unc? I just thought of this.
Hey, let me say,
Cube, you must be young, Cube. You must be an Instagrammer and young.
Nah. I ain't even got no. Nah, I got an IG, but I don't really be on there. But I'm gonna say this, Unc, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Ever since I got them shoes, man, I ain't gonna lie. That's a conversation starter, believe it or not, though, man. So that's definitely good. I definitely appreciate that, man. Because every time I put them joints on, motherfuckers always say, "Damn, what are those?" You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate that, and that's, you know what I'm saying, a good thing. But
you said they cost $500. Everybody buying them, motherfucker.
Nah, I don't tell people that shit.
No, I'm just saying if they did, yo, you know how black people is, yo. We just
oh, I see what you said. Yeah, if you tell niggas it costs $500, they gonna cop them right then and there. But niggas always say like, damn, you got the African joint on your shoe, like, and they always ask. So every time I wear them, niggas always ask. Bro, I don't go nowhere without at least one person saying like, damn, what are those shits? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm glad I copped those, and I'm glad you put them out. You know what I'm saying? But Let me request both of y'all brothers before I go to sleep. I got to go to the white man job tomorrow to make this money. So peace out to y'all, man. Y'all be good, all right?
All right, peace out. Get with this pimping and friend request me.
All right, kid.
All right, no doubt. Peace out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Somebody's ready to say something.
How long y'all been on, huh?
Well, rocking.
Y'all been rocking.
What up, Corey?
If you got, if you have a burning desire to go back to God, yo, you can speak now. You know how they do in NA? If you got a burning desire to use a drug, you got to contact somebody. So if y'all got a burning desire to go back to Jesus Christ, man, y'all can always contact.
I'm going back to
What'd you say?
I'm going back to the black church,
You probably is too. Listen to gospel.
I'm tired of y'all, bro. I like them choir girls, man.
Oh man.
Hey, Kofi said his hand raised. He trying to come in.
Them choir girls still eat bacon and pork chops. I'm through with y'all.
Go to church for your next for the final woman in church. She's like, yo, you don't even believe in God. Nah, I don't. No, I don't. Hey, shout out to New African Thought, man, in Baltimore, Maryland, man. Man, they got a beautiful spot down there, man. Hopefully we can get back to Baltimore. And ain't no hopefully, I'm coming back and we could do a lecture there, man. Y'all did that for us last time, man, and we gotta do that again. So shout out to New African Thought, man. Real, yo, beautiful place, yo. Beautiful vibe, man. Appreciate that. All jokes aside, man. Go ahead, man. Where you at, Corey? Shit, this your time. What's up?
Hey, what's popping, man? I was just jumping on and shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen y'all was on. I was dozed off, you know what I'm saying, when you sent me the end email. So, you know, I'm just jumping on. How long y'all been on for about an hour or so?
Yeah, about 12, yeah. The basic gist of the conversation is that I read this, I read that the Wikipedia article, The History of Atheism. You ever read it?
I probably, more than likely I have. It's probably been a while ago though.
Yeah, sir. You know, I always use that on y'all. Y'all try to act like I can't use the state-sponsored religion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. You should read that. They give you the atheistic religions too. You should read that. It's kind of serious.
Yeah. I bet I probably had read that. I'm sure I probably read it. It's been a while though, but yeah, that's always a good read, man. It's always a good read.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, you with the atheism, I'm with the anti-theism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bad. All right, let me. I couldn't catch it last time. The shit was too much in my head. Go ahead, kick it. What do you
run that one. Run that. The anti-theism.
So that anti-theism, right? Off the bat, you know, it sounds kind of provocative, you know, but I'm not out against religion. I mean, if you want to have your religion, then you can have it. What my thing is, I'm anti-theist because it's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have a problem with you being religious, but like in my family and in my community, I combat that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. I see it as being counterproductive.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by
anti-theist, right?
Yeah.
The same stuff, man. It's the same thing.
It is. I'm right. It is. I'm basically an atheist. You gotta be an atheist on the foundation. Yeah, no.
Y'all familiar with
an atheist can still, you know, be cool with people that are theists. But if you anti-theist, you against the theist.
Yes.
You're not just I don't, because an atheist is just somebody that just doesn't believe or practice any of these religions, deities, you know,
bugging, man.
Even in shit that don't make sense, that's just not real, and all that good stuff, going into the science fiction realm and all that craziness. Now, someone that's anti-theist, you against, you trying to take it down. You trying to pull the curtains back. Taking it a step further. You're a strong atheist at that point.
Right. In my community and in my household and in my family, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I tear that down. You know what I'm saying?
This guy getting kicked out of Thanksgiving.
He in there
man,
banging on a daily basis.
Bias said something the other day. He said, you know, his grandmother, you know, he don't be trying to come at his grandmother with the, you know, with the atheism, but if grandma keep coming to him about the church and the Bible, he gonna say, Grandma, I'm being forced to tell you the truth.
Leave grandma alone.
Bias is a fool, boy.
Y'all wilding out.
Y'all better leave Granny them alone.
Grandma alone.
Hey, me and grandma debates. You know what I'm saying?
Give grandma a heart attack over this.
Oh, grandma.
I ain't beefing with my grandmother over that. That's
Grandma, you're gonna be forced to tell me the truth.
Hey,
that the other night.
Hey, Shepard.
Yeah.
I was trying to feel. I was like, nah.
These niggas
that's for the younger niggas, yo. You got me on that one, yo.
Yeah. I mean, so listen, though. Some families, all families ain't different. My family is young. Everybody in my family had kids when they was 15.
Oh, that's
16,
right. That's
17.
right. Because your father,
Everybody.
My age, right?
Yes. My dad is 55 years old. He just turned 55.
All right, so how old is your grandmother?
My grandmother, she probably like 73 or something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, have a little fun, but she only let me do it for like.
But she always young, you know. She act young. She drive. You know what I'm saying? Like she not.
Yeah, man. She's 70. How old is she? 70 what?
72, 73, somewhere like that. Yeah.
My mother, ain't nobody broken down at 73. They sharp, smack the shit out.
Yes.
73, y'all be surprised, man. My mother was 73, 72 when she died, but she was like no signs of old age. You wouldn't know it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, not even you couldn't guess her age.
Yeah, that's how my grandmother is. That's how my grandmother
is. My mother. You
I leave Granny alone, but
alone, yo, you bugging.
But Granny come with it though. Granny come at me with it. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to
take it. You supposed to take it.
Yeah. That's because
there you go.
Hey, look, if I do it, she gonna be disappointed.
Okay.
Grandma coming back because Corey banging on a daily basis.
Hey Corey, they was just talking all that shit about I ain't listening to the elders. Now all of a sudden,
yeah, not Baba her ruined them. But yo,
now they old. But see, Baba Heru, my grandmother is probably older than Baba Heru. That's the thing about it. My grandmother is probably older than Baba Heru. Right. And Baba Heru acting like some 120-year-old dude. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here, dude. Conversation with the youth. You got to get down to the youth level. We just talked about that the other day, man. Anytime you're having a conversation with the youth, you need to get down to their level. You know what I'm saying? Don't stand up over the top of me talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna get my ear like that. You know what I'm saying?
We got a good comment. 504 Nola says, sound like Saul now. The elders now, everybody want elders back now. Y'all crazy, yo. Hey Corey, you done messed everybody head up. We was like the hell on that nonsense. Now you done brought us back. You done a little bit.
Look, my grandmother asked me to go to church once a year. You feel me? Family and Friends Day.
Hey, what you do, Chef?
You got what's up, Sosa? You gotta go.
Exactly.
When you go in that motherfucker, when they tell you stand up and pray, you stand up. I don't have to believe that shit.
Yeah, just act like you praying.
I know how to act when I go to church with my grandmother. You feel me? My father and them Muslims. You feel me? When they do Eid feast and all of that, when they break and fast, I go to masjid with them. You feel me? I'm spending time with my family. I'm not in there debating those people. Like my belief is
I'm not saying go into the mosque.
I have to challenge. I'm confident enough to not have to challenge my own grandmother. That's like,
I mean, grandma bringing the peace.
Corey like it's work to be done. Corey like there's work to be done.
Grandma got ran over by an atheist.
I can't replace my grandmother's belief system Like, I can't take that away from him because I can't replace it. You feel
Well,
me?
you know what though? It'd be more like her like wondering about my atheism. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's mostly when we do our thing, she mostly like asking me questions. You know what I'm saying? And I just be giving her the game. I don't, you know, she already know I don't believe in that no more. You know what I'm saying? So like we don't really go back and forth like that. And she don't like try to force me to go to church. And that's what I'm saying, Sheffrin. That's not right for you to go in there and fake that, because that keeps that perpetuation on. What if your daughter see you? What if your daughter see you in there faking that? Then she gonna think that's real.
She gonna start doing the same thing.
But that's his daughter. He teaches her daughter. You know, he gonna be the one teaching her what it is.
That's confusing. Why would you confuse your daughter like that?
It ain't confused.
It'll confuse her. Trust me.
No, you can teach your child.
She gonna want to be like how everybody else is.
Yeah, children are stronger than you give them credit for.
The world is a marketplace of ideas. I'm not going to shelter my daughter. My daughter go to a Jesuit school. You feel me? I pay for that. Like, I'm not going to shelter her from the beliefs of the world. You feel me? Like, she's going to have to deal with that regardless. You feel me?
Right. But if she got a good
Muslim,
foundation.
her grandmother and them Christian, her father atheist. She's in her family. She's in a marketplace of ideas. It only makes her stronger. She's not couched in one thing. You know what I mean? And it's not one thing being beaten to her head. That's crazy. That's what the religious people do. You feel me? Try to shelter.
Well, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, though, Chef.
Go ahead.
Let me give you an example. Go ahead, CK. Go ahead.
I'm saying I don't think that's what we're suggesting. I think really what he's saying is that you don't want to be faking the funk in front of her, and then she's gonna try to be like them. She's gonna get influenced by what they're doing because, you know, that's all she sees. That's why you might want to be the one to kind of teach her about the different religions. Hey, you know, let me let you know what these Christians, how it started out. Let me let you know about these Muslims.
I think that's the point he's making. Yeah, I think that's the point he's making. That he's.
But let me make this point though. So back in the day, in slavery days, when we first get in the Bible, most of the Africans never believed in the Bible, right? But when you got a slave owner beating that into you, you got to go to church and act like you believe that. So the offspring, after a couple generations, the offspring really believe that. And so now look at where we at now. We more Christian than the slave master.
Yeah,
we will kill the slave master about Jesus, man.
That's real subjective, though, Corey. You can't project that.
That's not subjective, man. That's
real.
That
is subjective because you don't know the thoughts of like their purpose for gathering for the church. Sometimes was just for to have a pace of to meet
a day off.
To meet up and plan and strategize.
This is an after effect, bro. That's an after effect. I'm talking about the initial. When they initially went into church, bro, and when they initially got that Bible, they wasn't believing in that. After a while, the kids saw their mamas and daddies believing or faking like they was believing this.
And that's where the subjectivity comes in there. Cause like, how you gonna source that, bro? Like, how you gonna show and prove that? It's subjective.
I mean, it would if the parents already don't believe it, and then generations later the kids more Christian than the ones who gave it to them. That's deduction.
It could be
process of deduction there, bro.
It could be that they saw it as a way of, you know what? If I accept this, they may be lenient on me.
At first, that's what they thought at first. That's what
religion ain't hurting my family though. Let me say this.
And then they start believing it though.
Drugs is hurting my family. Religion ain't hurting my community. Drugs is hurting my community. I'd rather a nigga go to the church or to the masjid than, you feel me, than to be I feel like it's more
with that,
it's more harmful things in our
I think that church, that belief
than our religion, yo. Like I'm not going. The religion can work for us, yo, in certain capacities. It don't work for me, right? But I'm not going to take it away from everybody. That's too much, yo. Like,
I ain't in there. I'm just talking about my community. my family, and my household.
It's certain people in my family that I definitely wouldn't take.
You know, Corey's an anti-theist, Sheriff.
I'm an anti-theist, brother.
Let me. Hey, hold on, brother.
It's counterproductive in my life and in my community. Listen, if all I knew is that all I got is my fellow human beings, ain't nothing coming to get me, then I'm not gonna sell drugs to my fellow human beings. You know what I'm saying? If I know ain't nobody gonna do nothing for me but me and my family and my other in my community, you know what I'm saying? I would be less tempted to be a drug user. You see what I'm saying?
That's you though, Doug.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Let me just bring a little clarity to it. It's not the religion per se that's a downfall or negative to our people. It's most progressive people are the Christian people. Okay, like if you just think about who built schools in Africa for down and out orphans, a lot of Black Christians that are here dead. It's rappers who's built a school. They're Christian. Oprah Winfrey, Christian. Serena Williams, Christian. All these fraternity and sorority sisters and frat brothers who's progressing in life, becoming doctors and attorneys. They network together. The majority of them are Christians.
Yep.
So it's not religion that's holding us back. So you're speaking about a small population of people maybe in the hoods that's selling drugs. That's a very small population of us. So I wouldn't say it's religion that's the problem. I just think it's what we've been. It's just the culture and just the effects of slavery, leftover effects of slavery.
So would you say your mindset directly affects your decision making?
Yes.
Can we agree to that?
Yes.
So when I believe, now listen to me now. My family, my church, the church that I was raised in is a Baptist church. And what they told me is that I don't have to do no work. I don't have to prove myself to nobody. All I have to do and not only that, not only do I not have to prove myself and I don't have to do any works, but this life that I'm in on this planet Earth is only temporary. You see what I'm saying? And to make it through them pearly gates, to make it to the by and by, all I have to do is accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. See, that right there puts a mindset on you. This is what I'm talking about. Like I said in the beginning, I'm okay if you got your religion. Go ahead. It's just not my community and my family. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that mindset is poisonous. There's no way you can convince me that the things you believe
do this on the flip
your everyday
side.
Decisions.
On the flip side, do this. Think about this on the flip side. Let's just pose the question. You can judge a tree by the fruit it bears. Now, flip it. Is there a big difference?
So you chopped
or
up
are we
just
doing
a
worse?
little bit, man. You chipped up a little bit. Can you repeat that?
Okay, on the flip side, just say people. Can you guys hear me?
I hear you now. You good. You good now.
Okay, so just think about on the flip side. Those people who think like you. Just say the conscious community. Just take a look at people in the conscious community. Are they doing just that much better?
They don't think like me. Most of the conscious community do not think like me.
No, I'm not saying you, and I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
We should speak to the audience, and you're basically saying you're anti-theist. So what I'm saying is that's people in the conscious community spew anti-theist rhetoric all the time. This is just what we do. Okay.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't.
Okay,
I don't
but
believe that.
let me finish my point though.
Go ahead.
All right. So on the flip side, are the people in the conscious community doing that much better than the black church?
Conscious community broke.
Conscious
That's what
community
I'm
is
saying.
religious
So
too.
it's not religion. That's not
slow.
right. So
The
that's what I'm
conscious
saying.
community is a religion.
It's people in the conscious community. They ain't doing shit. A lot of them.
I think they slow.
And they're free of religion.
Really not. Come
So
on.
what I'm saying is not the religion. It's behavior and how you grow up. Let me say this.
Now
You're
we
gonna
got
have
it going.
you're gonna have lazy people.
All day now.
You're just gonna have lazy people, whether they're conscious or whether they're Christian. You're just gonna have lazy people. So it's deeper than religion, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I think you're right. You're gonna have lazy people regardless. If religion never existed, you're gonna have lazy people. But my point is that that religion perpetuates laziness. You see what I'm saying? It allows you to not care about being on this earth. It allows you to. My man, one of my men said, it allows you to let your wife leave out the house without making sure you say you love her every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see them again through the by and by. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all family, but my family really believe this. My family really Christians. You know what I'm saying? They go to church on Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, and Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Corey, my family own like 3 churches, bro. I'm from Charleston.
We got feedback, yo.
Yeah, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I live in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everything that your folks told you, right?
Yep.
Did they go to work after they told you?
No.
Your grandma didn't go to work.
But most of them don't. Most of them ain't doing as good as me. Can't read as well as I can. Most of them don't know nothing about scientific discipline.
Yeah, that's before that time.
All of them don't. None of them got a life insurance. None of them have a life insurance.
It's mad feedback.
And why is that feedback like that?
That's
It's got to be either quarantine.
I'm feeding back up.
Let me say this real fast. Hey, Sheffrin.
Let me mute out.
I think
Yo.
You sent your daughter to Jesuit school.
Yeah.
I was listening. On my juice, right? You sent it. Go ahead. What did you?
My daughter go to a Jesuit school down Fells Point. School is awesome. You feel them nuns is on point. Science, all of that. You feel me? I paid for it. You know what I mean? Good goddamn school. But she also has religious studies.
It's echoing real.
It's one of her courses.
I got a video.
You said what?
You echoing bad.
I am. I don't know what the fuck going on. Let me see.
Hold on, mute it out real quick, Sheffrin. That ain't Sheffrin. All right, hey Sheffrin.
Yo.
All right, listen, I cannot tell you.
That's Chief X. That's Chief X getting feedback.
Hey, Chief, mute your line real quick, Chief. All right, yeah, that's Chief. Come on, Chief. You got 3 computers up? Damn, wrong with you, Chief? So I'm saying, me personally, I wouldn't send my kids to a religious school. I just send them to city school, public schools, and let them get in the best programs. My kids, they in the accelerated programs. I feel like that's better for me, but everybody got to make a personal decision. I agree with you, Corey. And so they making arguments, right? And this is very interesting because we need to have all our views and our beliefs and our non-beliefs, just like people got beliefs in different varying degrees on it. And our non-belief, we have different varying degrees. So I would agree with you. One, based off of the relationship you have with the elders, right? Based off of the rules y'all playing, you know what I'm saying? Like you might have had a discussion with your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've had some good discussions with my grandmother with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I just told her I don't believe it. But we had good discussions, right? Some people's households, you can't have a good discussion with your grandmother. Let her live her life out, right? So it's based off the rules. The conscious community don't got no damn rules. They only enact the rule when you beating them up. Then all of a sudden this elder rule come out of nowhere, right? But I would never send my kids to a religious institution, right? Because at the end of the day, they promoting that religion, right? For my children, I didn't give them religion. Now they go to church with their grandmother and all that. That's normal. I just gave my kids honest answers about the cosmos, introduced them to science. And that's all I had to do. I didn't have, and then by the time we started talking about, well, Jesus in the Bible and all that, they were like, well, that don't make no damn sense. Humans can't do this, humans can't do that, they're gonna do this. You feel me? So, I mean, I guess it's individual personal choice, but that's interesting. You send them to a Jesuit with the month, with the nuns, yo, you went all in. Damn, Shepard, you went all in, and you paid for it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that shit just as a parent.
Yeah, and
what do you think about theology class? Isn't theology class a requirement when you go to like Jesuit schools or?
Damn right.
Yep.
And so you know,
how did you do it, Shepard?
14.
Go ahead.
Nah, man, I couldn't. I don't know how you did that.
I believe that 80% of the education is supposed to come from home anyway. So
no, that's
why my
exactly.
No, that's it. Socialization comes from home. Go ahead, Corey.
Well, like I said, 80% of a child's education should come from home. That's why it's okay for Brother Unc to send his kids to public school, because they're getting a base education from the public school, and then it's socializing and sports and stuff like that in school. So you know what I'm saying? So that's good to go to public school. But when they get off school, what Unc does, and I'm sure he refines what they were taught at school. You see what I'm saying? He go in and he give them more education. He build upon what the teacher was talking about when he helped them with their homework assignments, when he do the science projects with them. So I always and people in my community say, well, if I send them to the Catholic school, they're gonna get a better education and this and that. And that. Well, why? Why would that be the case when 80% of your child's education is supposed to come from you within the household? And I know everybody ain't able to do that. In my household, I got my wife, we a 2-parent household. So it's a little easier for me to say that, and everybody ain't in my shoes. But if at all possible, 80% of your child's education is supposed to come from home. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what school they going to. That's just a base.
Yeah, but it
education.
does matter. It does kind of matter what school they go to, though. Like every situation is different. Like you can't just. I don't think you can just broad stroke everything like that. But I think schooling does play a part. Cause there's some school in Atlanta. Like my son 13, he about to go to high school, and I'm contemplating on certain areas like I may not want him to go to, because I want him to get a more diverse understanding of, you know what I'm saying, of what a community is.
You want to send this cool white people? That's what you trying to say? I'm joking.
I don't want them all shouted out, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, y'all wilding out.
He gonna be that. You can't shield him from that. You can't shield him from that.
I can't shield him from that because I'm his daddy. Look, I grew up a certain type of way. He gonna get that influence just by being around my partners. But I still want him to see the whole. I want him to see everything, though. I want him to see it all.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
He can be better equipped.
He gonna get that in college, though. See, like my son, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to get it before he go to college.
Right now.
Yeah, let me say this. Corey made a good thing. They was banging on him. He was saying, I think Chief X made a statement against it. Sheffer made a statement against it. He was talking about your religion don't matter. Who made that statement? Religion don't matter.
I think Chief X said.
I don't think religion is the main factor.
It's the main factor.
It's other factors.
Yeah, and then Chevron said, well, What you say?
I was saying basically drugs is a problem in my family, not the religion. Like,
gotcha. So let's watch this. Here's the problem with religion: that you think you can use it to cure things like drug addiction. You think you can use it to help you get a job, right? You think you can use it to get ahead. You don't tell me people don't pray and do all that. Okay, Chief will say, well, they pray and then they go study. Remember, religion is really cultural, y'all. See, this is the point we forget. We thinking about the God thing ain't real anyway. We know that, right? So it can't be the God. It's the cultural identifying factor to religion. It's like you bowing down to a system that was forced upon you, and now you've accepted it. Does that really affect it? Does that matter? I think it's all in the psychology, y'all. Right? I think psychologically,
I agree with that.
I think psychologically speaking, when you went through the transcontinental slave trade, right, and gave birth to babies, and you keep feeding the thing that was forced on you to them babies for generations, it's something to say to that, right? You know, I can't quite put my finger on it, right? But just the whole overall cultural attitude, the overall thinking, the way we look at things, it's almost like we know the Greeks helped produce Christianity because Christianity was, watch this, Christianity was a Jewish sect. Plain and simple. By the time the Greeks came in, right, now all of a sudden you don't got to follow the laws, you don't got to do this, and then they get the doctrine together at 325. Prior to that, it was a Jewish sect. After 325, they start to working on the doctrines, and it's written in Greek and all that, then you start to get moving from a Hebraic culture to a Greek Romanized culture, right? We would say a European culture. So really, when you praying to their deity, right, you're praying to their ideas and concepts. Ideas and concepts and culture is very, very important to the human being and the human mind, okay? So I'm not sure if being a Christian will stop you from getting money, but what I am pretty sure on, it kind of slows down the cohesion that those in Haiti had. You know what I'm saying? Like it stops that bonding. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's something to have your own shit that you made up your own self. It's just something to that. It's almost like you make up your own playbook and follow them plays. You run them plays better than a person that will give you a playbook. You know what I'm saying? Like you just do better at what you do.
Like with Jabari and them though.
I knew that was coming. Yeah. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Hey, I ain't got no problem with
that. The difference is they trying to pass that on as authentic though. So you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit different.
They're trying to pass on the authentic, which is not authentic to us. We just want to know the truth. But it's something in the making up your own shit, though. I'm gonna give them that. They just need to say it.
But listen, like when you got a baby, right, and a baby falls to the ground, she hurting, and you pick them up, and you kiss them on the part that hurts. Now you know that's not gonna make it feel better.
Yeah.
But the psychology to that baby somehow convinces that child, like, oh, you making it better, and the baby starts crying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So in some ways, that's what Christianity and religion do for some folks, like when they may go into drug treatment or when they're trying to get over certain ills. It's like they're kissing that boo-boo. They psychologically.
So you're talking about a placebo effect.
Yeah, they psychologically.
One second, family. 1 second. Easy bands. As you come in there, you're just gonna be a chatty patty.
Easy bands go in. You know, never jump out.
You know, Easy Band's scared. He's not finna come through.
Get patty tatty.
Easy Band's about that chat work.
Yeah, he about that chat work, yo.
Definitely. There is one thing I did want to bring up, though.
Using them care.
I find it interesting that, you know, everybody seems to be all okay with a religion because their family members are practicing it and they don't see any harm in it. But it seems like y'all are only looking at it from one point of view, but y'all are completely forgetting the other side, the extremist side of religion, the fanatical side of a religion, the evangelist side, like the Westboro Baptist Church. These mother flowers are trying to kill homosexuals.
Dang.
Let's not forget those Christian groups trying to bomb abortion clinics. Let's not forget about the flipping Ku Klux Klan. That is a Christian-based white terrorist organization, national, domestic, basically terrorist organization.
Them
But
thugs,
it's
not
Christian
Christian.
based. The majority of those white nationalist groups, those are flipping Christian-based groups. It's so easy for us to be like, okay, we cool with religion because you know our family doing it, but then we're ignoring the ugly other side. You know, Islam is all good and dandy and all about peace until mother flowers are trying to fly a plane into a building. Until mother flowers are running up to a building, you know, with a bomb strapped to their chest.
Yeah, but
Hey, shout out to
Until they
Priest.
start making excuses as to
Shout out to
why they
Priest.
can treat women any kind of way, making excuses as to why they can, you know, have children as wives or have as many flipping wives as they want.
So let's talk about the Santa Claus effect for a minute. Wouldn't you have treated your toys better if you knew your mother brought them?
I knew my mother brought my toys.
Yeah.
Them shit still got broke. I'm just a bad person.
Sharon. You're disrespectful kid, Sharon. You get my point. My point is, and Corey said it, right? And I had to remember because I was over there doing something, but you said a few things I think went over people's heads. You said that once you realize, you didn't say it in these words, but this is what you was getting at. Once you realize there is no God, you start to take this motherfucker real serious. Ain't no coming back. You might be gone. You might jump off the show and die immediately. Somebody could actually die on the fucking show. People in the chat room might not be with us. Like, that's some real shit. God ain't, you can pray all you want. No, death is final. Death is everlasting. It's over with. And so maybe if we live with that fervor and that vigor, that man, it's all we got, right? Then maybe we would work together better as a people. Instead of thinking, well, maybe, you know, I got this going for, I might get, no, if we really focus in on what we really need to do as a community and as a family, wouldn't we be better off as opposed to lending our good strength to, I call it a black hole. Once you're in the church, it's a black hole because you put everything in it and nothing coming out of it. Ain't nothing come out that black hole. Your grandparents put the hard-earned money in the shit, right? They spend thousands yearly in the church. Your aunt and them that used to not be religious, by the time they get older, now they religious, spending time in the church. If they spent that quality time in the community, raising sharp minds, wouldn't we be a little better off? It's something to that religion, man. Y'all gotta look at the whole scope. I'm saying just the whole scope. When you get out of religion, you start to realize that reality sets in. That, man, you know, we need to do a little bit more of what we're doing. Just a little bit more. That's why we fight so hard against Jabari and them, because they bringing back the religion. Like the more you know about the cosmos, the less you need a religion. That's real. Like, why would you need a God when you understand how protons and neutrons work? How quartz work? Like, you know, quartz always come in pairs. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, it's interesting, man. So I don't know. I'm anti-religion, I'm anti all that nonsense, because it also starts to sever friendships, man. Yeah, it breaks up long friendships, man. People, God, get ugly, man.
I don't think everybody got the mental capacity though for that though. That's not. I don't think everybody got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
if they didn't have that crutch in the beginning, they would.
Nah, because everybody's mind is not the same. Like, just like some people could quit cold turkey, some people need help, some people gonna relapse. I think when you look at religion and its concept, and I think about it sometimes, I think it too was a way too in times of death to give a person comfort. say like a child was young and her mother passed. I think some of those concepts and the religion, all that stuff built out of that to give a person comfort to say, you know what, because some people, when a family member die, yo, they ready to take their life. Mama died, you know what I'm saying? And they may have had to come up with ways to say, you know what, listen, she in a better place.
Right.
Strong, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually it curved and metamorphed to what we got now. But I think the implications of it may have started a lot more pure than what we got now. Breaking up.
What let me see, cause
you good?
Am I good now? Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
and you come.
Creator got that nigga.
See, they're trying to go against Yahweh.
Most High plucked him off the internet.
Boy, start with that Yahweh. Boy.
Hey, Corey, yo, Allah got you, yo. Got you.
Forgot to line them chakras up just right.
Talk about you anti-thief.
So here's another factor, though. You got to throw this. Is a thing called
You like gospel music, though. It's hard to trust you on this issue, though, bro.
Well, let me say it like this. I'll say it like this. There's a thing called. Can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a thing called ambition that people have. You know, and sometimes when people go to church is like getting a motivational speech. Sometimes the pastor would tell, hey, go to school and complete this and do these goals and see how your life changed. You know what I mean? So a lot of times in church, people get a motivational speech to go out in the world and do the things that they do, complete school, you know, accomplish some goals. So it's two sides to a coin sometimes. But I do understand where you're coming from, Mark, and what you're saying.
hey, can y'all hear me now though? Am I good?
Yeah.
So like I was saying, once I got the understanding of how nature really works, it was more impressive and more motivating than the church. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, well, you know, you can't take that away from them. And it's a motivator and this, that, and the other. But when I understand that when I die, my body's gonna change into different nutrients. It's gonna become. I'm a part of the cycle of life. I have to die in order for life to continue on. You see what I'm saying? We all have been a part of this cycle of life, and it's much greater than any story you can tell me in the Bible. If you read and understand about the cycle of life, it's way more impressive, and it goes way more in depth. You know what I'm saying?
Was you ever religious?
Yeah, I was raised in the church. I told you my grandmother raised me in the church.
Okay.
When did you get conscious? How long you been conscious?
I got conscious. I've been an atheist probably. I didn't realize it, but I've been an atheist probably since I've been 16 years old. I can really say at that point, I didn't identify myself as an atheist. I don't even think I knew that word.
But like, just really, when did you like get conscious? Like,
oh, conscious, probably about 05. You know what I'm saying? I was watching like the Atheist Show and Brother Unk, you know what I'm saying? I did a lot of reading, you know, I mean, about 05, you know what I'm saying? Right when I got the internet. I got high-speed internet in my house in 2005.
You know, like 50% of the world population believe that the devil is real and interact in your day-to-day life. That's a hard task right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
mental health disorder.
All minds ain't the same. You know, it's a diagnosable personality. It's called schizotypo, and that's what Uncle you was talking about. Magical thinkers. There's a term they call it metamagical thinkers. These would be like a shaman and stuff like that. And schizotypo is like a milder form of schizophrenia. So it's like there's a different mindset in play out in the world that's different from other minds. Just like you may have somebody who got OCD and these other various little things that go on in the mind. So every mind ain't the same. Every mind ain't the same. Everybody can't be atheist. They don't have the wherewithal to be atheists. Like they need that blanket. They need that blanket, that blue blanket.
I think that's a false statement, bro. Because when you dropped out of that pussy,
that's the mind. No, I'm talking about
No. When
I'm
you
talking
dropped
about
out
the
that
mind,
pussy, you was
though.
not a Christian.
No, I'm talking about the mind. Talk about their mind, the capability of that person's mind. Different people are conflicted with different types of psychosis that don't allow them to be what other people are. You see what I'm saying? Like you got full-blown versions of it. When it comes to OCD,
I
you
think
got
we're
lesser forms of it.
demonizing. I think we're demonizing religious people. Like it's almost like
They
it's
do
a
that to
sickness.
us.
No, I mean,
It is.
what happens when you run into a religious person that's more successful than you? You feel me?
It's a lot. Creflo Dollar is way more successful than me, but go ahead.
Let Chevron talk. Let Chevron talk.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Creflo because he's scamming. I'm talking about the believer that actually believes like y'all saying, but they achieving life goals. You feel me? They making money. You feel me? Their religion ain't holding them back in the ways that y'all say religion holds people back. When you see a person, they morally sound. You feel me? They grounded. You feel me?
Like Byron Allen or somebody.
I can respond to that one.
I mean, practical people.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying like Byron Allen.
People in my family. No, I'm saying people in our life, people that we know. Regular people, regular old moles that we'll meet on the street. Nigga that be in the barbershop, which I'm talking about just regular people, not super successful.
Yeah, I feel you like the person mom used to go to when you was a kid. Homie mom, was solid. She was Christian. She was good to you, fed you.
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anybody. So what I'm saying is, in my family, right, I got religious people, right, that when I need a business loan, I can go to them. They're not like, so I'm the atheist, you feel me? But if I need something, I gotta go to them motherfuckers. So I can't sit there and tell them that they stupid, you feel me? Because they believe in God or their brain not working. That's just like that's just over above. You don't have to be nasty with it just because you don't think the same way that somebody else think. You know what I mean? That's just a little bit too much. I think that's demonizing a little bit, but you know,
I wouldn't say I'm demonizing the people. I'm just demonizing the thought process. You see what I'm saying? It's all about, like I said, my problem is it's all about the things that I believe in my brain directly affects the decision making I'm doing in my day-to-day life. That's all I'm saying. And that thinking process that they have is counterproductive.
Well, let me ask you this. If somebody get hit
there is anomalies. Go ahead,
hold
though.
on, Corey, check this
No,
out.
you mixing religion and real life too, though. You confusing the two.
Let's say somebody get hit by a car, right? And a religious person see it and you see it. Y'all both gonna run and do the same thing for that person. You feel me? Like if you see somebody, you know what I mean, accident happen, y'all both gonna respond. If y'all got the same education or whatever, y'all both are gonna respond damn near the same way. You feel me? That religious person ain't gonna, you know, start to say, oh, I'm gonna wait for God to come pick the nigga up out the street. But yeah, no, we're gonna respond the same way. Like y'all don't see
necessarily.
Like I live in the real world.
If they an atheist, they may not come save your ass.
Truth. We all think the same.
Exactly.
Because you can't mix. These people are just talking. They just have their faith with they do and they pray, but we all think the same. But you know, sometimes, a lot of times, see, religion has a fear factor that keeps people in check, and that fear factor is hellfire. If you don't believe, then this is going to happen to you. You're going to burn forever. So people stay in check and want to force themselves to believe and things like that. But that doesn't mean they just think differently. They have different, you know, it's not that different of a thought process. Like sometimes we can read 2 more books that's Afrocentric than the next person, and we just think we better than, and we think different than them. You know, it's not that deep. But people just like to keep their faith, and that's just what they feel keeps them.
But they do everything else in life
now,
the same way.
Wrong or right, it doesn't make them think different. Yeah, like my brother's kids. My brother put his kids in a Christian school. One has a master's degree, one's working on her master's degree. They like 23 and 24 years old, balling right now. I mean, like successful. You know what I mean? So they're thinking some kind of right way.
Right. Like it's like we almost thinking like the Muslim look at the basketball game different from a atheist. Like you think the Muslim saying Allah made LeBron win that championship, or he like, yo, that nigga just nice. You feel me? Like it's just.
But what about what CK said though? I mean, you know how many religious people? It's billions. I think it's like 7 billion people on the planet estimated, right? Like out of them 7 billion, like 6 billion is religious, right? So over 6 billion. So, but the way they got, just look at how they got the religion. Look at the Christian Crusades. Look at how many people had to die so that 6 billion people can claim Allah or Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? Look at all the murder that had to take place just to get these people to say that Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. Yeah. Don't you think when they read that Bible, when them slave masters read that Bible, they justify why they was beating your ass. They justify why they raped your people. You see what I'm saying?
That's another topic, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on all of that.
Yeah, you're creating a whole nother argument, though. Nobody disagrees with that.
I'm talking about the mindset. I'm
going for the jugular.
I'm talking about the mindset.
I'm not a religious person.
You're talking about atrocities somebody put on someone else.
Through the mindset.
Because of their religious belief and their religious dogma.
Right.
We talk about mama and auntie right now, 2019, how they dealing with it. That's what we talking about.
He said, Sheffer said something perfect. I'm glad he said that. He said they was going to do that regardless.
Right.
But you know what made you okay to see your son getting beat by that slave master? Because
because you couldn't do nothing about it.
Let me tell you what Jesus said. You need to mind your earthly masters, because if you don't mind your earthly masters, you're dishonoring the heavenly master.
No, people not understanding. What makes people fall in line is pain.
It's pain.
If you don't, you're gonna catch that whip and it's gonna be painful. If you don't believe it's gonna be, if you don't believe hellfire, pain and gnashing teeth, it's the threat of pain.
I do realize y'all making a point for us, right?
They did rebel, though.
What makes you not rebel is that pistol being in your face.
No, because it's 50 slaves and a half of slave master. And he checking y'all with a damn whip and 6 bullets.
Not just a whip and 6.
It's that Bible that's keeping you in line, brother.
Pain.
No, because what was
checking you with a whip and 6 bullets, brother?
Corey, if that was
it's the pain. The threat of pain.
If that was the truth, look at them before they had the Bible. They were still in line. It wasn't no Bible.
Exactly.
They didn't get the Bible till later on, and they were still in line. So you can't put that on religion.
I'm assuming nobody was paying attention when MBK was going over all of the slave revolts, and us like killing these white people.
Yeah,
but
we were pretending like this shit didn't happen.
No, we're not.
Especially during the 1700s.
Yeah, we agree with that.
Late 1700s.
Yeah, that happened. That happened
got out of control.
That happened before the Bible and after the Bible.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So that's why our argument don't make sense.
A nigga that's gonna do something is just a nigga that's gonna do something.
Yeah.
Whether he believe or don't believe in God. You feel me?
And I might want to rebel, but my sister's in chains over there. Like I can run away, but my sister's in chain over there. I can't dip and leave my sister.
It's plenty of slaves who were not Christian and didn't believe in the Bible who were falling in line because they knew they would get that whip.
Right.
It was plenty of them in the field. They was pissed. They was pissed. They was in the field. They was pissed at God, but they knew that whip or that pain's gonna come.
Right. Yeah. We tripping right now, yo. We blanketing. Like
for the jugular.
I made a point. I think I made.
Corey brung up the Crusades.
Y'all made
right?
that point.
Yeah, Corey, you brung up the Crusades and religious persecution and all of that, right? But the truth of the matter is that these people was going to do that to those people regardless, because it was over land and resources. Right. You feel me? So
the religion gets a pass.
No, I'm not saying regardless. I'm saying that those people. Oh my God.
We agree with some of the effects of religion, but you can't just base that off.
That's not what it sounds like.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. What we're saying is we've cleared that up. You're saying people. He made a point that people think differently. Not really. That's what we're clearing that up. Not really. We're all the same, and we think the same. We go about life the same. What makes people fear? People
fear for being atheists.
I mean, it depends on what community.
They were killing people for not worshiping the same religion as them. You know what I mean? Like
that's because they wanted their land and
if you want a Baptist or if you want a Protestant, like they probably wouldn't help you. They probably would charge you a little more.
Yeah, but see, those are white people killing. Those are white people killing white people behind all the Christian belief.
Oh, hold on! I thought we weren't talking about race. I thought we was just focusing on the religion.
No. See, we're talking about.
That's what divide. That's what kept Africa divided. Did y'all look on? Y'all should have went to Discord.
Wait a minute.
Let's see on Discord, my brother.
Slow it down. Slow it down real quick. First of all, the context was social stuff in America and Black folk. That's the context. So it's when you bring up the Crusades and kill, those are different topics.
It doesn't matter.
Of course,
it's the same shit. People using a religious dogma to control people. People using a religious dogma to get people to do what they want them to do.
None of our family members were killed for not believing in Jesus. Not one of our family members.
No. This depends on what kind you're
talking about. That's what I'm saying. No. Listen, slow down. No, slow down. We're talking chronology. We're in the present. Like we start off the conversation in the present. But people are deflecting to go to ancient times to bring up arguments. We're talking about social skills.
I didn't bring up ancient times.
Not the Crusades and killing. So when I say our people, none of our family members, none of ours.
No, you're not getting a pass on this one, Chief.
No, listen. None of our family.
I didn't bring up ancient time. I was talking about
hold on. Corey did, and you backed them.
No, hold on. This is what I'm saying. None of our family. Hold on, CK. Hold on. None of our family members were killed for not believing in Jesus. So we don't want to make some bad analogies right now. We're not in a competition to be right. We're just trying to get an understanding.
But I still don't see what you're talking about, because we were.
What family member was killed?
I didn't say my family member was.
Okay, so
that is something that did take place in history, though.
No, I understand that. I agree with that. No one's disagreeing with that here. But I'm just trying to keep us in the present in our thinking. That's the context.
We're not talking historical.
Because this shit has been going on for thousands of years.
We agree with that, sister.
So religious got good.
You just disagree with me. What you mean?
Lately, religious.
You say, we need to stay in the present. But this is something that's been happening for thousands of years, coming into the present. And when I said wasn't in the past, I was talking about recent shit. The KKK still fucking around. These white nationalist groups are still around. Yes. The Westboro Baptist Church, they are still around. That is in America. These are Christian organizations.
Yeah, Crips and Bloods are still around too.
Yeah, we ain't talking about fucking Crips and Bloods. That's not a religious organization.
When atheists start killing niggas, I don't know what you're on.
It's the same thing. One of these Klansmen who's going home. Hold on.
I don't know why.
No, I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna make it clear. These Klansmen that you're talking about doing all that, they're going home and drinking whiskey and doing all kind of foul stuff.
Okay, so
like, hold on, let me finish my analogy. Slow down.
Not all of them, but go ahead.
Hold on. They're going home and drinking and doing all kind of crazy stuff. These are thugs, okay? It's just the same thing. Hold on, let me finish my point. Slow down. It's the same analogy as these gangbangers. These are church kids.
You're making
their mom and dad are in the church, but their behavior is still bad. So people have bad behavior, whatever religion they're in. That's all I'm saying. Whether they're Klansmen.
I can't believe y'all just did that. Like, you just got on Corey for using, we're talking about the same thing. He stayed on topic, but went in the past, but now you're trying to interject gangs and all this other stuff into this. No, stay on topic. Who gives
Chevron,
a
can you
fuck
tell
whether
them how
they
this?
weren't being real Christians or not? They were still using their religious dogma.
No, he's saying
dogma.
that they're not using, a gang member is not using his religion to go out and harm people.
But
He's
we're not
just a
talking
bad
about them.
person. His religion ain't telling him to do that. You
We're
see
not
what
just
I'm
a bad
saying?
We're not talking
person.
about Crips. We're
It's
not
like
talking
the
about Bloods.
clans. It's like the Klansman. It's just a bad person.
Right.
Whether he's Christian
But-
or Muslim, he's just a bad person. The gangbanger is just a bad person
True.
because he's Christian
I'm
too. That's
talking-
all I'm saying. I'm not
What-
saying
what I'm
anything that's
saying-
false.
But
Like,
what
you're
I'm
starting to
saying
sound like
is
an apologist almost, man.
Christianity,
I don't know what the hell y'all got going on tonight.
and what I'm saying is Christianity is the vehicle
Using
that they
fallacies too.
justify it.
No, this is what I'm saying. So like if somebody tells me that my niece who has a master's degree is a worse thinker than some of these ignorant niggas in the conscious community, I got to defend that. I got to defend that.
No, I'm not. I never said there was not anomalies.
I know a
There
bunch of
is
these ignorant
anomalies.
Now y'all
niggas
taking
in
it
the
personal
conscious
now.
community. No. Seriously, we're trying to be real.
Right.
My niece is not no bad thinker, a worse thinker than these niggas in the conscious community. No one can tell me any different. That's being real.
Yeah, it's anomalies. That's like arguing for the economy. That's like me being a white Republican economist arguing, saying, "Oh yeah, well, you know, everybody's doing good. The economy's booming. This, that, and the other." You know what I'm saying? But certain communities ain't doing good. You know what I'm saying? Through that, be anomalies. Look at the black economy. We got your LeBron Jameses. We got your all your rappers that's millionaires, but for the most part, we poured in a motherfucker. It's always gonna be an anomaly. It's always gonna be an exception. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can't use that because over time, over history, look at history, brother. The whole time, that fucking religion has been bringing murder and mayhem.
That's
and
another topic.
confusion to
I'm
the
not even
whole
talking about
world.
that topic. I'm not talking about that topic.
I'm
We've
talking
already
about the
agreed to that.
mindset. I'm not talking about the topic. I'm talking about the mind. This is the Christian, this is the religious mindset that allows that this is the vehicle through which that mindset is justified, brother.
Just call it
That's
what it
all
is, yo.
I'm
It's
saying.
brainwashing.
Your niece
man.
is doing good. Your niece is the LeBron James. Your niece is the Oprah Winfrey.
No,
yeah.
my niece.
No,
I
that's
just-
not-
no, it didn't.
oh my
I just made a bunch of
Just
examples.
call it what
I
it
said,
is. It's brainwashing.
slow down. I said all these sorority sisters, all these frat brothers. These mostly
It's anomalies.
Christian people. No,
It's
no,
anomalies.
stop.
Call it what
You
it
guys-
is.
you
They're
guys are
cult.
fronting- you guys are fronting right now. You guys are fronting. There are plenty of Christians doing great. And it has nothing to do with because they're Christian that they can't think right.
Right.
That's a silly
They play the big
argument.
role in it. When you have somebody brainwashing you,
They
and
not
basically
thinking.
molding you into what they want you to think and believe. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Let's
my
bring it
sister,
down.
but
I think
hold on.
we need to
My
bring it
Hey,
down.
let's
got a
stone
master's
these
degree.
gay people to death because our God says we don't like gay people. Oh, my Bible
sister believes
says
in
that, hey, we're
Jesus.
going to kill these people in this village and keep all the women and children for ourselves because, that's what our deity said to do. You know what I mean?
That's
My
another
sister, my
argument.
sister
but
It
believes
creates
in
a very
Jesus.
interesting psychological
the-
mindset.
I'm talking
Make
about the
people
present. That's
justify
all I'm
things.
talking about. I'm talking
Yeah,
about the
those are
present.
those
That's
are
all
the
I'm talking
anomalies though. Like y'all got to be
That's
realistic.
an anomaly?
Yeah.
The
Y'all
fanatic-
all-
Hold on, the fanatics are the
Mhm.
anomaly. If they weren't the anomaly, the whole world would be in chaos.
Exactly.
The
that the
fanatic
world
is the real,
listen,
the authentic dude.
No, the reason that the
The
world is
fanatic is
not
the authentic believer,
He's
bro.
a mental
The
health.
reason-
Everybody else taking
the
that and
reason
making it up
that-
as they go.
listen, the reason that the world is not in chaos is because the majority are mentally sane people and the fanatics are small in numbers. And we can
Preach.
suppress that. If it was the opposite, shit would be on fire right now when we having this conversation. So they are the
No,
they are the anomalies.
because social norms don't have nothing to do with religion. The
Insanity-
community
insanity don't care
makes the
about social
norm.
Insanity don't give a damn.
How
Fanatics
are
don't care
y'all
about
forgetting
social
about the
norms.
dark ages? Like, how are y'all forgetting
You
about
talking about
Oh.
now? You
Talking
talking
about
about
the
the dark ages, man. We talk about 2019.
Right, we still got the
Name
dark.
your
We
recent
still got people
examples.
bombing churches.
Do we need to
still
pull
got
up all these people bombing churches and stuff? Do we need to pull that up?
No,
The people bombing the churches.
You ain't seeing them dudes walking up in the churches.
You got a Charles Manson, and for one Charles Manson, you got a billion other saner people than Charles Manson. Why are y'all acting crazy?
No.
Y'all going crazy.
Look at these.
Okay,
Look at these white nationalists.
You act like it's more Charles Mansons on Earth. Why y'all fronting like that right now?
That's crazy, man. What's
You
the
know,
percentage?
Charles Manson is an anomaly.
Based on the population, give me the percentage of school shooters.
I mean, they just fronting right now for
1%. And that's
it
very
ain't even
generous.
that. It's less
That's
than that.
very generous. 1%. That's very generous.
That's
Come
what
on.
I'm
Ain't
saying.
no damn
That's
one.
not-
It's way less than
That's what I'm
1%.
saying. That's
when you
way.
use the
I'm
word-
giving.
Now
I'm
we're
giving
talking
them.
about
I'm
school
giving them
shooters.
1%.
Like this
No,
topic
when
has
you
gone
use
way off.
when you
the
use
rails.
1%, when you use the 1% as an example, you've lost the argument.
It's over with. Come on, man.
Nah, when you have to keep changing the topic to make your point, you lost the argument. We stayed
I
on
think y'all
topic from the
moving
very
the
beginning,
goalposts.
and y'all went
been
all
moving
over the place.
Oh man, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
They goalpost moving, CK.
Yeah, you see that shit? I know
They
the
went
chat
all
sees
the way.
it.
They went all the
I
way
called
to
that shit out as soon as they
Crusade.
did that to you.
Y'all went all the way to the Crusades. You know what I mean? All
No,
kinds of-
we
see,
move
but
it
we
goes.
Apologist,
giving an
motherfucker.
example of a mindset, though. You know what I'm saying? When I brought up the Crusades, I was trying to give it
all of a sudden that's
give
a
an example
problem.
of a
But then when
mindset.
they moving the goalposts all over the place, they talking about everything that got nothing to do with
We've
what
been
we
trying
talking
to
about.
stick in the
Oh, it's
present.
okay. Well, that's not what
We've
we're
been
talking
trying to.
about. But we talking
We've been
about
trying to stay in the present. We've been trying to stay in the
So,
present.
so
This
you
being
telling me,
reality.
and then you telling me that since religion has been behaving itself lately, that it's all right. Since lately,
Was religion
has been
behaving itself in ancient Egypt?
Hey,
it what?
Let me say this.
That's why the conquerors was able to come in so easy, because we were so separated.
Was religion behaving itself in ancient Egypt?
Y'all part of Discord.
Now we're going back. We're
y'all on
down
Discord?
to one little
MBK
civilization.
Discord? The MBK
Yeah,
Discord?
Is y'all
let me
MBK
say this.
Discord?
Yeah.
Y'all need to be up on that. MBK putting that good information out there,
Look,
bro.
the Crusades, even though it had religious overtones to it, those people that left Europe to go to the Holy Land was promised land and title. You feel me? The Muslim Crusades, when they moved out of Arabia, they was promised spoils of war from the caliphs. You feel me? So it was always a financial. You dig what I'm saying?
Let me talk about the social norm. Let me tell you why religion is important in that. What you just said. Let me tell you why religion is important in that.
Those people wanted some bread, Joe.
They wanted some bread, but they wouldn't have went about it the way they did.
They
had they
always
not
did,
used
but for the religion.
to justify it, though.
That's
You know
subjective,
what I'm saying?
Corey. That's subjective, Corey.
Yeah, that's how is that? Come on,
you
man.
don't agree with it, it's
Because
subjective
you're
now.
because you're supplanting
Where the
yourself
fuck is
into
double
their,
X that, son?
because you're
I can't believe I'm saying that. Where is this dude?
You're supplanting yourself into
He was
their
in the
head.
chat earlier.
Nah, because you're determining what they gonna do based on your logic. You can't say that. That's
No, listen. I'm not gonna go out and chop up a bunch of babies in the village and burn down a village if I don't think God think that's okay. You're not gonna make me think, brother, because social norms don't do that.
That's a good point.
So
you think a child molest a child because he think God?
No. You goalpost moving. You goalpost moving, brother.
That's the same thing. Is religion moving the child molester, or is that just his mind?
I don't know what the child molester doing. I'm talking about.
Now you don't know what the child molester.
Sometimes they do. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Are you completely forgetting all them damn priests molesting them damn children?
Man, there you go, CK.
But they ain't saying God told them to do
that in the
open.
They don't do that in the open. They know that shameful. That's why they do it in the dark.
They know it's wrong.
But they justify it to the kid. How you think they justifying it to the kid?
Yo,
the point is they know it's wrong.
Oh, God wants you to do this. That's what they told. That's what the girl
That's what they telling the kids.
They're lying.
Okay, they
They're lying. Come on.
Right. Nobody said they wasn't lying, bro.
Yeah, who cares if they
but they
fucking
using
lying
that
or not,
religion.
they're still using it.
The Channel
A kid don't know the difference. A child doesn't know the
So
difference.
you're talking about evil people using religion, or religion making the people evil?
No, the fucking religion is evil, and people are utilizing it.
They're evil.
Thank you.
Exactly for what it
Thank you.
was.
They're evil, man. Come on.
Why would you say it's okay
The
to rape
religion is
people?
evil.
Why would you say it's okay to take the children and the women for yourself? Why would you say it's okay to have all these fucking wives?
Because the
Why
Bible
would it be
tells
okay
us.
for you to belittle the woman?
That's because you're reading.
Because the Bible says so.
Hold on.
That's
Let me tell you what
because
Dr.
you're
John
reading
Henry
a
Clark said.
BC book based on the logic of people 3,000 years ago. They had different social
Right, and
norms
they
back
ain't reading
then.
that BC book
Now you
today.
starting to agree with us,
They're
huh?
not reading that BC
Yeah,
book
but
today.
the people
And they
now,
ain't following that
the people
shit.
now, the people now are smarter. They know. You don't see Christians going out, goddamn, just
Evidently they not, because there's still plenty of people following it exactly
like
the way it
Moses
is.
said. Moses said, "I can smash, gnash teeth, and stone people." You don't see Christians running around.
Dr. John.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's why they burning down the abortion clinics, brother.
Corey, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Dr. John Henry Clark said they use Christianity as a cloak for political purposes. He said the
Yes.
same thing with
It's
the
always
Arabs.
been like that.
Hold
All of those
on.
religions.
He said also the Arabs use religion as a cloak for political purposes. He was basically saying it's the person who's fucked up. That's what he's trying to say.
Why wouldn't it be? Who do you think created this shit? It wasn't a gang of women making up these laws and writing all this religious dogma.
Now you change. Now you moving the goalpost from
Now you
from
feminine.
man
Am
to
I
woman.
lying?
See what I'm saying?
Am I lying?
That's another
Yeah.
argument, man. That's another argument. CK.
How was that another argument? Am I lying? Yeah, I'm taking it to that level. Since y'all finna sit up here and play games and be apologists and pretend like y'all don't act like y'all don't know what the hell going on in the world. I'm taking it to that level.
No, we
I'm going for the
understand.
jugular.
No, we understand what's going on in the world. No, you going for the ball.
Who was writing these books?
You going for the low blow.
Who's in charge?
You got
Who
niggas
was
hiding
writing
their
these books
nuts.
and who
Like
was in
that's
charge?
that's
Was it a
different.
gang of
CK.
women in charge? Was it a gang of children in charge? Who
Hey,
put these
so-
laws in place?
So
Who
it's
enforced these
okay.
laws?
It's
I'm
the
just
man's fault.
asking the
It's the
panel.
man's fault.
I'm just asking the panel. What do y'all think would make a group of men or a group of people go to the neighboring village, burn it down, and chop all their fucking heads off and rape the
What in
women?
that shit?
What would make somebody do that? Everybody, every person in that group
shit.
is insane. You're gonna tell me that all 1,000 of those dudes in that army are insane?
Money.
That's what y'all telling me?
No, they do that for money.
Yeah, they want their shit.
Money,
they want the
land,
women, they want to have sex.
the women. They want the
They
women.
want they money.
Food.
They want their food, they cows, they land.
I'm talking
They want
about
their shit.
what would justify them being okay with chopping off motherfuckers' heads and burning down their village. Not just money, because I want some money right now. I want money, but I'm not gonna go chop my neighbor's head off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you ain't that guy. But there's 5 niggas outside right now contemplating who house they're gonna run up in right now.
Exactly.
Like I'm finna run up in
And
the
they ain't
crib
got
right
nothing to do
now.
with religion.
Yeah.
No, they want to run in there and rob it, right? But they're not gonna burn the fucking whole house down and chop up the babies.
Shit, they might lay down the whole
and
family
rape the women.
Yeah.
They might lay down the whole family and rape the wife. And there ain't no rules.
We got. It's 2019. We got guns now. We don't just have knives like that back in the day. You're talking about.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Chop off
We
the
don't need
heads.
to-
They
we don't
ain't gonna
need-
go
we
in
don't
there and
need
blow off
We don't need
everybody's
to
head.
chop off the heads in a time period where they
No,
didn't have guns.
I don't know what hood y'all
You
grew up in.
You could just lay a motherfucker down and not without all the
Corey
chopping
over there
heads
with
off
the
now.
guy, the MS-13 running around with machetes and stuff. Yeah.
No. I'm saying nobody wants to do that. When they go do a caper or hit a lick, motherfuckers want to do it clean. They don't want nobody getting shot or hurting like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to go in there, get that money, and come on up out of there.
They may want to do it clean, but look, when they go up in there, it's like, look, I wanted to go clean, but look, anybody step up, we finna blow the head off, bro. Is that
right? Things go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But when I'm talking about is when them 1,000 soldiers go to that community, that neighboring community, they already got on their mind. They finna chop up every motherfucker in sight and burn down everything that's standing.
Because that's the rules, and the leader promised them, listen,
Because
once you do
said,
this, all the women you can have, and you're gonna have the spoils belong to you.
No, that's their reward for doing the God's work, brother. That's just the reward.
That's the reward for doing the deed. Yeah.
For
doing
doing God's work. They think they doing God's work, brother. You're not gonna tell me they don't think they doing God's work.
No.
Okay, so if
somebody tell you, brother, that you gonna be good, go over there and kill all them fools. I'm gonna give you this and that, and you can have the land and this and that and the other. You're gonna be like, dude, you crazy. But if you believe in a God and he tell you that your God said do that, you'll be more inclined to do that, brother. Even though you know
That's
it's
how
wrong.
Islam started.
Even though you know it's wrong.
2020. This is 2020. Remember that. Y'all are way back in time.
Okay, well, let's flip the script then.
We don't take them. We don't take demand. Hold on. We don't take demands like that in 2020. We kind of free thinkers and people. We have morals and rules.
Brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all
Let me slide up in here real quick.
They dialed it back in the ancient time with
comparisons.
to 2000. Yeah, they make it jump back 1,000 years with a 2019 mindset. You can't do that.
I'm gonna bring it into 2020. I'm gonna bring it into 2020. I got you, Chief X.
Go ahead.
United States military. What the fuck is we doing in the Middle East?
Getting money.
We over there taking people's shit under the guise that we are fighting terrorism. The majority of the military is, guess what? Christian. Guess what? They have pastors too as well. And then let's not also forget to, on top of that, that we've been doing this for a long time, for a good minute, saying that we're over there fighting terrorism. Oh, Saddam got this. Oh.
Okay, what does that have to do with the argument?
You said bring it in 2020. You said, hey, people was killing people back then. Our government is doing it right now. But we're killing people and taking people's shit.
But that's not based on religion, though, CK.
Because I was in the Navy. We didn't do anything based on religion when I was in the Navy.
That's not religion, though. That's not.
It has nothing to do with religion.
That ain't what George Bush said when he went to war. When he went to war,
Corey,
he
you got to be a little more honest with yourself, Corey. You're making fake arguments for no reason.
Telling me.
So George Bush didn't say. I'm not saying.
I'm not tripping on. You're trying to put.
I'm telling you what George Bush said, bro. George Bush said we was going over there. The Christians is fighting. This is a religious war. The Christians are fighting the Muslims.
What did Obama say? What did Obama say?
Obama was already in the make. It don't matter what Obama said.
What did Obama say about Afghanistan and all that? You're gonna take a crazy man's word as to make an argument with us.
What made George Bush crazy?
Bush said they got weapons of mass destruction over there, man. That's what he said.
No, that's
what he said.
I'm talking about 9/11. I'm talking about 9/11, brother. When we first initially went to war, this was a holy war that George Bush said. He got on fucking CNN and said this was a holy war, brother. The president declared that.
That's not the case that he presented.
CK, come on, man.
Hey, Corey. That's not the case he presented to Congress.
I know.
He did.
No, he did. Oh my God.
Oh, come on,
I'm not talking about when we went to Iraq, bro.
Corey,
I'm not talking about Iraq.
Right now.
I'm talking about 9/11.
All right, source up, Corey.
Afghanistan.
Source up, Corey.
Source up, Corey.
Disingenuous to try to win an argument, and it's not right.
Source up.
So I'm the only one that saw George Bush. I'm the only one that saw George Bush say that this was a religious war. I'm the only one that saw that, right?
Well, I'll say this, Corey. What we doing is we're trying to say that our grandparents and the religious people in our family got the same mindset as the Taliban or the Ku Klux Klan or something, and that's just nuts.
No.
Thank you, Chef Ron.
Exactly, man.
That's just nuts.
What I'm saying is
they two different worlds.
Evidently, y'all forgot how the conversation originally started.
This is how far left they went, Chef Ron.
Anti-theist.
They compare my niece to the Taliban.
Hey, Chief X, she's an anomaly, bro. She's an anomaly.
Hey, Chief X, look.
She's a LeBron James.
You can't use your niece. You
TJ,
using your
your
niece
niece
as a
is
shield,
your
man.
I
niece
can
is a
use my
LeBron
son.
James, bro.
I'll use my.
He doing the Nino Brown. You can't do the Nino Brown and pick up your student and hide
I'll use my
for the bullet.
son then. Is that cool?
Him either.
He in college right now too.
Oh man, y'all wildin', man. Y'all wildin'.
That was
we
a
love
good
our
one though,
family
y'all.
members. Don't get it.
T-Vex trying to pull a Nino
Love our
Brown,
family
man.
members.
He's pulling a Nino
We
Brown.
understand that they're religious, but we still think they crazy as hell.
Not Taliban crazy though.
I don't think they're that crazy. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying that religion is just bad. We're saying that religion breeds that kind of behavior. It really does. It gives it a place for it to grow.
Yeah, for the
If
record,
somebody crazy as hell, they crazy as hell. If they psychotic, they psychotic. They don't need a religion to do that. But it fosters that kind of behavior. It gives it a vehicle.
Breeds that shit in my community, not religion.
All of that shit is a cult, man.
Poverty breeds motherfucking criminality in my community, not religion. Religion don't breed criminality in my community. Maybe in yours. You feel me? Maybe in yours. But not mine.
I don't know, man.
That's real. That's real. If anybody don't agree with that, they lying. If anybody don't agree with that,
you gotta moderate this. They moving the goalposts. You can't let them move the goalposts.
Hold on, for the record,
Come on now.
For the record, I'm a pantheist. Aunt calls me a soft atheist. But for the record, I'm a pantheist.
Hey,
I'm
look,
not a religious person.
I ain't never was like, hey man, let me make sure I got my pistol on me. All these doggone Christians out here. Man, with my strap.
Oh, it depends on where you're at. You must ain't be in Mississippi. You been to Mississippi before?
Not the casino.
Then they call us religion because we defended our family members.
We saying our family members ain't crazy.
Saw that extreme look of moving the goalposts.
I think Aunt, you muted if you're trying to talk, man.
That shit was nuts.
Minister Inky do not think better than my niece.
Look, we crazy as hell around here.
I was disgusted.
My niece think better than Minister Inky.
Hey, look, we out of here, man. Y'all funny. That was funny. I ain't go back and listen to this, yo.
Yeah, good talk though, yo.
All right, family, we out here.
I sent you that friend request too, man.
I want to debate you, man. I'm debating you on this topic. I'm finna do me some research. I got you, Chief. I got you, Chief.
Hey, let's do it.
There was one thing I wanted to ask
you. You can't do no present research. You gonna